Hello and welcome to Versus Live. I'm Ross Merriam.
And I'm Corey Baumeister.
We've got Rob in the booth. Say hi, Rob.
Hi, Rob.
Rob will be taking all of your questions, comments, concerns, and burns in the chat. Make sure to tag at Star City Games so he can see them and send his favorites over to us. So we've been playing a lot of Pioneer recently on Versus Live, and don't worry for you Pioneer fans, we will be getting back to that format. We figured today we'd get a check-in on Modern with the SCG Con in Philadelphia, fast approaching. That'll be next weekend, and a big Modern event there. Definitely want to keep you all abreast of what's going on in that format. And I know the metagame has gotten a little bit stagnant after, a pretty long period of people figuring out the ins and outs of all the powerful cards in Modern Horizons 2.
Yeah, that's basically the last, new set that we got into Modern. Magic has just kind of went back in a direction that not every standard set is also affecting Modern, which I think we can both agree is what we want to see. Yeah. Just slight upgrades, we'll even be playing some slight upgrades from Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. But yeah, the last huge shakeup was Modern Horizons 2, and it was month and a half after that, getting a new deck, coming out every week or so, but not as much now.
Yeah. That said, this past weekend, if you looked at the results on Magic Online, there were a few spicy decks. So we wanted to put these decks to the test, see if they have what it takes to stand up to the established decks in the Modern metagame. So I'm going to be playing the spicy side of things.
Yep.
Corey's going to be playing the North Dakota mayonnaise side of things.
Yeah. Hey, mayonnaise can be spicy. You just got to add sriracha, everyone just cringed. They're like, excuse me, what?
Sriracha mayonnaise.
What's bigger, mayo or ranch, though?
I mean, I have consumed an unhealthy amount of ranch in North Dakota and honestly, into here.
So literally any amount.
So yeah, just maybe 4 or 5 times a week, and that's probably no exaggeration that I'll have something with ranch. Yeah, it's a good condiment.
He's
pretty good.
He's
pretty
not
good.
kidding.
And they think I'm bland. I mean, come on, ranch has got all kinds of flavor. You should try
onion
it.
powder, garlic powder, sour cream.
I mean, come on. That's just good stuff.
Okay, so starting off for me is going to be a throwback of a deck. This is Death Shadow, but an aggressive version of Death Shadow. And those of you who were playing Magic 4 or 5 years ago might remember this version of the deck as sort of the original Death Shadow deck.
Oh, yeah.
This was before Fatal Push was printed, and that was a big part of making the fair Death Shadow decks work. Less so now that they're more red-based. But back in that day it was. And so this was a deck that played a lot like Infect, it's become immense. Temur Battle Rage, Mutagenic Growth as its Phyrexian spell of choice, and then those cheap prowess creatures alongside Death Shadow. Obviously, the deck has received some upgrades over the last few years. We've got Scourge of the Skyclaves now. We're a Lyris deck, but largely the same.
Probably not a dress down deck anymore, huh?
No.
Yeah, not a combination with Scourge of the Skyclave, that's for sure.
No, it is not.
Yeah.
So we'll see if this deck has some legs. The Infect used to be a pretty big deck in Modern, has fallen off a lot recently. This one's a little bit more robust.
Yep.
The creatures are bigger. You can play a little bit of defense sometimes. You can go really way over the top with Battle Rage and become immense.
And it doesn't fall victim to Renin 6 and Unholy Heat. Like the upgrade of cheap removal is kind of what put Infect, in the ground there a little bit.
This deck, a little bit more resilient to that removal and gets to play Lyris as a companion. So see if this can sort of become the new Infect.
And every single deck, when you see something like this pop up, I feel like it's always us modern players' job to just look at that and be like, why not just play Hammer, right? Like, it's kind of the same kind of vein of deck where you play something cheap, you strap something, big to it like Become Immense, but Colossus Hammer, kind of the same thing. But there are things that it does get around. Engineered Explosive is not as dynamic against your deck as it is against Hammer.
Yeah.
And there is subtle difference.
Command, all that artifact removal being a lot better.
So it is definitely different in that vein, but still a question that we were asking ourselves as well as you should be asking yourself as well. But
hopefully one will maybe get at least a soft answer to in the match that we play.
Yep, and for me, I'm playing Orzhov Hammer here, just one of the best, one of the 2 tier 1 or tier S decks that I consider here in this and Death Shadow, Grixis Death Shadow, I guess not the OG version, because that's technically
it's Zoomer Shadow.
Yeah, Zoomer Shadow. I consider those to be in a league of their own right now as far as the best
Good
decks.
movie.
Yeah, very good. We're also trying out a new card. We got Moon Sash, right?
Lion Sash.
Dang it, so close.
Lions, moons, they're pretty close in size.
We only have one new card we're trying today, and I still got it wrong, Chad. So be impressed. Really be impressed.
That's the first time, so had to come at some point.
Exactly. But, I don't think you're like really a Croxa deck, so it's not going to super come up. But being able to exile some creatures in your graveyard to get it larger and take your Become Immenses and weaken those a little bit might come up. So,
Delve spells, so.
Doesn't get searched with Urza Saga, which is a little unfortunate, but
get searched with Stoneforge Mystic, though.
That's true. Yeah, that's the point of playing one. So believe it or not, we'll be playing it in a lot of decks. Playing it in 2 decks today that can actually search for it. So looks like I get to go first. I don't remember you winning, but I guess I'll trust you.
I don't remember me winning either.
Well, yeah. In that case, scrap it from the record, okay?
Yeah. I guess I'll go first.
Dang it. Okay, I'm going to keep. It's not amazing, though.
Yeah, same. I will keep it. It's not amazing.
Okay. I am going to start with a 1/1 and another 1/1. Pass to you. Yes.
I agree. Shallow and pedantic.
I didn't say shallow and pedantic, though. That was you.
Well, I think I'm just going to have to give Corey the card here.
Yes, right here. Gonna try to Thoughtseize me or something? Like a jerk?
Let's go to 17.
Okay.
Get myself a Blood Crypt.
Okay, the Crypt of Blood.
And a Lava Dart, the Esper Sentinel.
Ooh. Dart, huh? Well, I'll draw. And I'll be sad.
Then I will play a Bauble.
Lava Dart's a heck of a Magic card.
Yeah. Also good with the prowess creatures.
Yep.
So play my Bauble. I don't think there's a difference as to whether I sack it now or no.
Okay.
Just Bauble you now. Pass the turn and I'll draw.
Okay. Excellent. We're back.
Yeah.
Excellent. We are back. All right. So, playing against Shadow, you do want to always kind of do the math. If I put you to 16, a fetch land only puts you to 13, so I think it's still decent to hit you for 1 here.
16.
I will play Esper Sentinel and Urza's Saga, and I'll pass to you. Lava Dart, get rid of that land.
This is awkward.
This
is very awkward.
Good.
I'm at 16. Think I'm once again just going to jam.
NBA Jam?
Let's crack this turn, go 13.
The magic number. You can play 2 shadows.
Get another Blood Crypt.
You can play 2 shadows on the stack, hold priority for, I guess, the first one, and then Lava Dart yourself with it. I'm just trying to help you out.
Well, I think I'm good.
Okay.
I will play a Bauble, let you draw a card.
Oh, yeah. Value.
Bauble you.
It's that one.
Jesus Christ.
Is that a good one?
This is another Esper Sentinel.
Esper Sentinels never die.
Will no one rid me of this troublesome priest? It's a famous quote from the 12th century.
I didn't ask.
Thoughtseize you.
Okay. Draw a card.
That's not how that works.
Okay, my hand is not that good.
Yeah, that's kind of impressive how bad it is.
Yeah.
But because the saga is going to find can find a hammer, and I don't have an answer to it, really don't have a lot of answers to it in my main deck.
Good.
My removal spell is Lava Dart. So,
have you considered playing Unholy Heat, Fatal Push, Dress Down, and Culligan's Command as your answers to these hammer decks?
It's okay, though. I've got a lightning bolt in the side.
Oh, wow. Honestly, with it being whiteboard, I don't think you should be allowed to have this, too.
So I will take the Pure Steel Paladin.
All right, you're going to 11.
That'll put me to 11.
Yep.
And then I will play a 2/2 Death Shadow.
Okay.
And I could dart this Esper Sentinel right now. But
you got another one coming.
Oh, yeah, because then that actually, so normally if this weren't an Esper Sentinel, I would say it's just going to cost me a mana later, which I am sacrificing anyway to cast the dart. But because the second Esper Sentinel means it costs 2 mana, I actually want to do it now.
Okay, Memnite's gone.
So yeah, hit the Esper Sentinel.
Oh, the Esper Sentinel.
Also the one on top of your library, that goes too.
Okay. Honestly, that might be okay.
And then I will pass.
All right. Draw. Chapter 2. All right, well, I have options. I could just drop these 2 things, or I can just make a construct, make another construct, and kind of play that game. God, how many bobble triggers are you going to forget? You should probably play creativity at Philly. Because if I have to walk next to your table again and see you miss another bobble trigger and just shake my head like a disappointed dad that just watch you miss the big goal at your soccer game, I'm going to not be happy. All right, so I think I'm fine just getting a basic here.
You go to 19.
Yep. Don't need a lot of black sources. Actually, no black sources for game 1. Just doesn't matter. So yeah, 19. I guess except for cranial plating, the card in my hand. But then I think I will just pass to you. Since I know you don't have Dress Down. Urza Saga is actually not bad.
I'll take 2, go to 9.
Okay.
And I will attack you for 4.
I have no blocks. Would you like to do anything?
Yeah, I'd like to kill you.
Wow.
I guess put me to 5, casting both Mujinecros, so this will be an 8/8 base, plus 4 is 12. Double strike is 24.
I guess I'll block.
Then you're still dead. Okay. Even if you made a construct and double blocked, you were dead.
Oh, it has trample?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
Because I have Ferocious.
Gotcha. I'm so used to the Teamer Battle Rage, the Zoomer Rage being Dressed Down. You don't get that whole trample thing.
Yeah.
All right, well, you're lame.
Didn't do anything? Yes, I would.
I already wrote it at 15, though. Right, check it out. It's already 15, so the game continues on.
You don't get to do that with Dress Down ever.
Yeah, that's true. All right, well, this jerk wins the first game. We're going to head to the sideboard and see what we got. Don't go anywhere. All right, everybody, welcome back to sideboarding here on Versus Live between Orzhov Hammer and Aggro Shadow. From my end, a pretty common thing that I see as far as people taking out against other Shadow decks is just getting rid of Ornithopters, keeping Memnites for, well, Ragavans, but looks like you're siding them out. But it's still one of the weaker cards. If I did know you for sure was taking out Ragavans, maybe I'd take out some mix of Memnites anyways. Taking out the one cranial plating as well. I think just Hammer and Shadow Sphere are the ones I would search for more, as well as probably should take out Lion Sash, but you know what? We want to try it out. Then we're bringing in Sanctifier and Vec and Path, both cards that are definitely good against Shadow.
Yeah, on my side, the goal here is to get a lot more interactive, so we're cutting threats for interaction. Ragavan, as Corey said, weak against Memnite.
Yep.
And you just flood the battlefield. It's weak against Sanctifier and Vec too.
Yep.
Whereas the prowess creatures can get big enough to attack.
Yep.
So Ragavan being cut, Bolt and the 2 Kozilek's returns, these are the no-brainers to bring in as great interaction. I decided on Apostle's Blessing as the 4th card. Corey's deck can generate a lot of just cheap colorless chump blockers, so having another way to get through other than the 3-teamer Battle Rages, just a 4th card that can help me do that, seems like it'll be important.
Sounds like a plan. All right, Rob, you got any questions for us while we shuffle up?
I do. We had a question on whether y'all saw the 4-color no ephemerate pile that took first and second in a challenge in Modern, and what you thought about that deck.
I did, yeah. So it's just basically 4-color that cut Witness and Ephemerate for Ragavan and something else, right? Yeah, I can't remember exactly what was the other thing else, but Eternal Witness was super clunky in that deck, and I did not think that was very good. And Ephemerate can be absolutely insane, but it has some draws where it is not good. Like, the removal in Modern is so good that when people play something, you just usually kill it immediately as far as creature goes. So if you don't have Ephemerate up in that extra turn, and those turns when you just have to play something, otherwise, you fall too far behind, and then you're just stuck with 2 Ephemerates in your hand or something, it just felt awful to me. Anything that improves Money Pile, because I thought that deck sucked, to be honest. And the Money Pile I would still play is just 4-color creativity.
So the solution to their Money Pile deck was to make it even more expensive.
More expensive.
They cut the commons.
Yeah. They just thought, they're just like all on a round table with a bunch of executives, and they're like, how can we make this deck better? And they all picked up their wallets and just whipped it out of a whiteboard and be like, that's it.
But it makes sense to me. Ragavan is a card that can, at least force interaction early if it goes unanswered, and you have plenty of ways to remove blockers, even if you have to, 2-for-1 yourself for a Solitude Evoke, or a Fury Evoke. It can really run away with the game, and more importantly, give you that extra mana boost so you get to your high end as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
The earlier you can set up those Omnath turns, the better.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
I'm a fan of the changes. I think it makes the deck considerably better and goes a long way towards solving its primary issue, which we both agree is its clunkiness. So I suspect that will become the default build moving forward.
I just picture like turn 1 Ragavan, and your opponent goes like Memnite, and they like laugh, and then you just go Ren, kill it, attack. That sounds pretty gross.
Yep.
Keeping a planeswalker around and connecting with a monkey, like the 2 worlds combining here is kind of sweet. All right, good question, y'all. I am going to start. All right. This hand seems fine.
Sure.
I have a drum. Pass to you. Drum, the drum, drum, drum.
I will play a bauble and bauble myself.
Okay.
I don't want to draw that, so let's play the fetch land from our hand.
Okay.
I'll go to 17 and get a Stomping Ground and play Soul Scar Mage.
Soul Scar Mage, okay.
And then I will pass the turn.
Alrighty. I will own tap.
And obviously on your upkeep, I'm drawing.
I mean, obviously on the upkeep, you could draw if you wouldn't forget, which, 50-50
shuffling
best for
my
you.
deck.
I mean, we're already in my main phase, buddy. Come on, you missed it again. JKs. Okay, I think I just get this down so it's Thoughtseize proof. And, you don't have anything at Exiles now, but I got a Sanctifier past you.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, usually my Teamer Battle Rages and Death Shadow also kill Sanctifier and Vex, so, nice card, noob. As it just destroyed me last game badly, but...
I'll play a Scalding Tarn.
Okay.
And pass the turn.
Okay. You don't want to attack? Negative Ghost Rider. Okay, Urza Saga. I'm going to play Stoneforge Mystic.
Sure.
I think I might have to do it. Even though, you don't have as many targets. Mostly I got to figure out how this card truly works. Okay, so Lion Sash, what? If it comes into play as just an equipment, or...
It's a creature as long as it's unattached.
Okay, so 2 mana to reconfigure, and that attaches it, huh?
Yeah.
So otherwise it's just a 2 mana 1/1 that can get bigger with the ability...
It's the white Scavenging Goose.
Okay. Just making sure I understood this. I'll take it. Let's try it out. Now, I don't want to completely destroy myself to one of those Pyroclasms, but I might not have an option. Because this can still die to that card, right?
As long as it's unattached.
Yeah. Okay.
If it is attached, then it will survive.
Okay. Then let's go with... I don't think you have
just
it.
played Stoneforge Mystic. You're tapping it.
I'm adding mana. Come on. All right, another Mystic. Now let's go with... I could just go with a hammer. Could go with the Shadow Sphere. That sounds kind of nice. Yeah, I'm just going to go Shadow Sphere. And then I will pass to you.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
Very cool.
Not going to be cool if you play that one card. I'll tell you that.
I will go to 15
Okay.
and play a Soulscar Mage.
All right.
Then I will pass the turn.
That was cool. You're right. I enjoyed that a lot. Okay. Draw the next chapter. Will be here. Then let's do. All right. We are going to play the Sphere of Shadow varieties.
Yep.
And then I'm going to go to equip here.
Sure.
Insulate myself from the return of the Kozileks. And I'll pass to you.
On your end step, I'm going to crack this tar and go to 14.
Okay.
Gonna get a tapped Blood Crypt.
Okay.
You got 3 in hand,
I got 3.
one of which I know is the
The Sash.
Sash.
Correct. Correct, sir.
Well, this isn't good.
That's good. Because last game it was good for you, and I did not like it.
I will Thoughtseize you.
Thought sees me, eh? Well, I think I want this Sash to come into play. And I guess just hope I don't die. Well, I guess this can technically block too, so I'll do that, and then you get a hammer.
Brings me to 12.
Yep. Lion Sash makes its first debut onto any battlefield. You saw it here first. Versus live. We do the impossible. AK, Rob has a printer, and we can print out cards.
This is exiled.
Okay, yeah, get that out of there. Going to Lava Dart me.
No, I'm going to Apostle's Blessing one of the Soulscar Mages, going to 10.
Okay, I'm afraid.
And I will attack you for 3
Well, what's your color?
white.
Oh, okay.
And Mutagenic Growth at going to 8.
Okay. Block.
That's a white creature.
We tried. We tried.
So I've cast 3 spells, and then plus the Mutagenic Growth is 5, so this is 6 damage.
Okay. Yep.
14.
Okay, I thought I was just dead.
Pass the turn.
All right. Untap. Draw. This is chapter 3. We'll make a construct. And we'll search. Don't have too much left here. I guess I could get a hammer in hopes that I draw something else. I could just get a drum, although I don't really need the mana. Yeah, I guess we'll get a hammer. All right. Now, I'm going to attack.
I go to 5, you go to 17.
Yep. I got a Memnite and a land. And now it's just, do I want to buy Luris or play a little more defensive? think I can pretty safely buy Lurrus here. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Well, we got 4 blockers. One's artifacts, one's... and some white creatures, so another Apostle's Blessing is not insane, although it's good.
I'm just dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, this game, you needed to have any sort of fetch land or pain land so I could play these Scourges or not play a turn 2 Sanctifier.
Oh,
So I was
okay.
keeping a hand banking on you not having painless turn 2 Sanctifier, and you did, and
Yeah.
I never drew anything to break out of it.
So the pain was inflicted just on your soul.
I could have gone for the Blessing play a turn earlier, and I probably should have, because I was...
To try to get that into
that's
play.
like my only way to get out of it. But
Yeah.
it also felt like my only way to win the game at that point was to save up for a big turn. But
Yeah.
I had 2 Mutagenic Growths and Apostle's Blessing, and if I draw Battle Rage, that's still only 4 spells plus 4 pumps from the growth,
Yeah.
which brings the Soulscar Mages to 9 power. So it's
Yeah.
only 18.
Yeah.
So
And I mean, I was going to start connecting with the
Yeah.
lifelinker soon. I just wanted to establish a battlefield first, assuming you couldn't kill me just based on how much mana you had, because you'd have to blessing, then do stuff. And red and black cards don't help for your become immense and stuff, so I figured that was going to be pretty tough. All right, we'll shuffle up for our third and probably last game of round 1, just because we always go late in round 1 and then never have time for everything. So we'll play one more to decide this round. And Rob, you got a question?
Yeah, so you were talking earlier about creativity versus shadow.
Yeah.
What and you've been doing well with both, but I had a question on what do you think Indomitable Creativity does better than Death Shadow right now, or that you think Death Shadow might do better than Creativity?
Honestly, I've been just analyzing these decks like crazy because I think they're so close in power level. And the major thing that Creativity has going right now is it doesn't have a target on its head. It Death Shadow, whatever deck, every single deck, I even looked at Goldfish before this, and it's Death Shadow now at the top, at 13% of the metagame, which is still sweet. That the top deck is only 13%. Like, that's awesome of like tournaments and leagues and stuff. But I think just every single deck has Veils, or now they have Pass, now they have Fatal Pushes. Every deck is coming prepared, and that doesn't mean that Death Shadow is now bad because of hate cards being around. These hate cards are not like Dredge hate cards.
Yeah.
They do not solve the problem.
they make things hard, not impossible.
Exactly, and they make it so you have to play around some stuff. Like there's awkwardness with Veil that now our go-to removal spell is Unholy Heat. So there's weird problems with that, and I still think Death Shadow is just a super high power level deck, but if it was reversed, where Creativity was the one that was getting all the hate and it was one of the top played right now, it wouldn't even be a question. I'd be playing Death Shadow because, well, you can hate that deck out. It's not impossible, but there is definitely hate cards that can, make your day really, really tough with Creativity. Right now, they're just not there, and it's just a product of I haven't really been losing with either decks, like to an extent.
Sick
maybe,
brag.
yeah, maybe like 13-2. My last 30 matches, I played 3 leagues with each, and I'm 13-2 with both, which is just annoying as hell. I was like,
Just
send
keep
me a
winning
sign.
so often. It just
I know.
If only I could lose some matches, it would make my life so much easier.
It would have made it a lot easier if I lost one more match in any of those leagues. It would have been a clear cut. This deck is what I'm going to play. But honestly, both decks I think are great choices, and I would not fault you for playing either. Like I'm pretty sure you're going to play Creativity,
100%.
right? Yeah, and
100%.
I'm on the fence. It really is. My heart is telling me Creativity, but my head is telling me Death Shadow. And my body.
Wow.
I wanted to make that joke for a while. But anyways, yeah, I think they're both good decks, and you can't go wrong by playing either. What do you think? You got anything to add to that?
No, I completely agree. Those
Yeah.
are the 2 decks that I would recommend above anything else, unless
Mm-hmm.
you're a really, really experienced Hammer pilot.
Yeah.
Those are the 2 that I would recommend.
That's a great point, because here's the thing about Hammer as the other third deck, and Money Pile too, to an extent. I can't really fault anyone for playing, but hate cards for Hammer, and if that deck is focused on, which it is right now, it's Hammer on Death Shadow are the top 2, those are really detrimental. a lot of EEs, Kolaghan's command, Prismari commands. All this stuff is really, really good against Hammer, and now Hammer can still win through hate cards, but I think it's harder to win through hate with Hammer than it is through Death Shadow.
Also, the same shifts and removal spells you were talking about that Shadow is dealing with, these Fatal Pushes and Path Exiles, a lot better against Hammer than Unholy Heat and Lightning Bolt damage-based removal that, their instant speed hammers and different equipment can overcome, or also just large constructs. So.
It's crazy that, like, Lightning Bolt is becoming really unplayable, like I've been saying for literally 4 months. Now we're really seeing them start to go away. They're like one-ofs in random decks, but otherwise...
I've got one on my sideboard.
Exactly. And it's whiteboarded. It's hideous. So, all right, great question. Good debate there. Let's play this final game of match 1.
I guess.
If
we must.
We must.
Ooh. I will keep this hand.
I'm going to keep as well. It's maybe a little risky, but...
Okay. I will crack an Arid Mesa, go to 17 for a Blood Crypt and Thoughtseize You.
All right. Sad needs some help. Sad needs a little bit of help.
I guess I'm taking the hammer?
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to get a hammer off this, I guess. So I figured one Thoughtseize isn't going to be the biggest deal. Yeah. Drum's useless material here, so don't blame me that.
It's not necessarily.
It's not useless unless I top deck like Memnite or something. Then it's insane.
Yeah, if you top deck, I'm actually rethinking this. I might take the drum.
Yeah. What's up, Rob?
So this turn 1 Thoughtseize has brought up an interesting point that someone in chat brought up.
Okay.
Saying that you shouldn't play Thoughtseize in a Shadow aggro deck like this. So I'm curious to hear you, because they've been defending it very well, because they were saying that they apparently have been performing well with a Mardu Thoughtseize-less Shadow deck, so I was curious.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's like the most outlandish thing ever, but it definitely changes a lot of matchups. Like, looking at a player's hand is very important against control. I mean, honestly, it's important against everything, so I don't see it.
It's also just a matter of being able to cast Shadow on turn 2, which this deck wants to do a lot because you're so aggressive. Yeah. And if you want to be a Lurrus deck, you can't play Street Wraith.
I think it's a literal crime to play the card Death Shadow and not play Thoughtseize. Because it does everything you need it for, especially in a glass cannon-ish Shadow deck like you're playing. You need to clear the way and make sure they don't have a path to know you want to go for stuff. So, yeah, I 100% full stop disagree. You as well, or?
Yeah, I also disagree. I'm interested to hear what their points are.
Yeah, I'm always interested to be wrong, and am quite often, but I don't see it.
But this is actually kind of interesting, because by the time you get to 3 artifacts and are equipping a hammer, that's a lethal creature, because I'm going to deal enough damage to myself.
So you want to get rid of Paladin, huh?
So this, like, a second hammer isn't a big deal. The question is, you could Saga for something else, like Shadow Spear, if I let you keep the hammer, and then you have a tramp like Lifelinker. So I open up some avenues in that direction to Corey by leaving him with the hammer in hand, but the drum could represent his second white source.
Could be.
Especially a second white source that...
Do you want to see what's on top?
Lets you cast a Pure Steel Paladin on like turn 2, and still... A second white source that lets you Paladin on 2 and play Saga on 2, so that you're set up to hammer on 4. This is actually interesting to me.
Yeah, it's close.
I'm going to chicken out and take the hammer, though.
I'll take the Paladin. Okay. Alrighty.
I could get very punished for this.
I will take 2. Well, I guess it's the skirt. Yeah, whatever. I'll take 2, play a drum, and I will pass to you.
18 to 15. Okay. Let's crack a Tarn, go to 12.
Okay.
I will get a Stomping Ground.
Okay.
Use that Stomping Ground to play a Swift Spear.
Okay.
Attack you for 1.
No blocks.
You go to 17, and then I'll play a 1/1 Shadow.
Alrighty.
You're up.
Big draw. Whoa! Silent clearing. I'll go to 16.
Well, now I feel pretty good about taking the hammer instead of the drums. So you drew second white source.
That's true. And then I'll play a hammer, and I'll draw a card.
Wow.
Right when you took it, I immediately drew it. So then I'll pass to you.
So now I got punished because if I had left you with 2 hammers, then you wouldn't be able to play both.
Yep. The drum, in hindsight, would have been the 100%
And now
pick.
if you just find an artifact in either that card or your draw step, or potentially even off the silent clearing, you could just pop it and try to find a 0 or
I could
1.
pop lock and drop that silent clearing. I agree. All right. Pass to you. I just hope I'm not dead.
Oh, you are.
Am I?
Yeah, I needed a land. I've got mutagenic growth battle rage. I'm dang it. I'll go to 9.
Yeah, mutagenic growth. It only costs 1 for your
Yeah,
thing.
it doesn't matter what land I get. So I'll get a
Yeah.
blood crypt. I'll
Cool.
mutagenic growth to shadow, go
Cool.
to 7.
Cool.
So this is now an 8/8. Let's make it a 14/14. And then battle rage it. This is a 4 now and attack you for 32.
All right, I will take 32.
Go to negative 15.
Carry the 3 divided by. All right, GG. I did have the mystic, so I was gonna do some things
Yeah,
next
you were
turn.
going to be
but
able to
yep.
play Urza Saga, Stoneforge Mystic, play Shadow Spear,
Yeah.
and equip both and have a 13/13 lifelink trampler.
Or 23. You mean, right? Or no, yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, and this was a product of, believe it or not, game 3 with you being on the play was a little important here. So,
And that's sort of
yeah.
the name of the game with this deck. It was turn 1 Thoughtseize, turn 3 kill you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Turn 1 Thoughtseize, turn 2 present 2 threats, turn 3 pump them all to oblivion.
Yeah.
This is literally exactly how this deck wants to play.
I mean, turn 3 kill is pretty frightening because, honestly, Hammer it can do it to that extent with, like, a really nuts draw. You know, like, you really need the blade. But there, like, you just need a combination of some cards. You probably almost always need Teamer Battle Rage as your 1 card, but you can get there in other ways, you know?
Yeah. I mean, if they don't present a blocker or if you have lava darts to clear away the blocker, sometimes you can get away without TBR. Or if you have multiple creatures on turn 2, they only have 1 blocker.
Yeah.
Sometimes that'll work. But yeah, you need it. There's a lot of different draws that'll get you there, but they all require a lot of cards. Like I used literally every single card across in my entire draw. So one of the big things with this deck is it used to turn 2 and turn 3 a lot, but that was in the days where it had Gitaxian Probe.
Yeah. Oh God, Gitaxian Probe and Death Shadow.
So like they were casting turn 1 shadows.
I never got to play with that card. Like that was just kind of when I was taking a break, you know. Yeah. But like it looks pretty innocent on the surface value, but man, is that card just so
I think
good?
There's an SCG best of where Brad like turn 2 or 3 is like somebody like 2 games in a row in an envy, right?
One of them, it was Dylan Donegan, and one of the games, Dylan got 1 turn, and he Thoughtseized Brad and still died.
Oh man, FF Freak, pulling his weight.
They used to play because it was pre-Luris. They would play Street Wraith and Probe and Thoughtseize and all these fetches.
Probably much more explosive.
So they could just play Shadow on turn 1 a lot of the time.
Yeah,
and turn 2 make it really really big. So they had some turn 1 and turn 2 kills, or turn 2 and turn 3 kills a lot. This without Probe and playing Luris to make yourself more resilient and eschewing Street Wraith to do so. Version is definitely slower. You saw a very high end draw, but then look at game 2. What happened? Where I basically just did nothing the entire game.
Oh yeah.
Because the deck has such little interaction. So my early returns on this deck are very high variance. It seems like unclear exactly where on this deck spectrum these 3 draws that we saw fall.
Yeah,
and that's the kind of thing. If I were testing this deck, that's what I would want to figure out after these first 3 games. Like, did I experience a lot of positive variance, a lot of negative variance, or is this about right? The deck is just very volatile.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, you said it right. This is too small of a sample size for us to check. I know that's our whole point of the show is to try out these style of decks up against the big bad decks, but all I see is hope. I definitely see hope that, you beat me, obviously, so the deck is pretty decent. I wouldn't put it down for sure. If based on how much time I have available to test 2 formats, I'm probably not even going to look at it just because, I just don't have enough time personally to be able to jump off from another deck,
Oh, yeah.
Like, I played Creativity, I played Grace's Death Shadow, I could shuffle any of them up and play those at the tournament, but yeah.
But I think this show, given that we're playing established decks versus sort of new newish decks, even if they're new old decks.
Yeah.
It is a good opportunity for us to display how the thought process works when you're testing a new deck.
Yeah.
Anytime I'm picking up a new deck, just looking at it on paper, I'll have an idea of things I like, things I don't like, but I'll play it straight up just to see, to test my theory, and I'll have an idea of what I think the deck's strengths and weaknesses are, and I'm looking to confirm or deny those suspicions.
Yeah.
And then as I play more games, those games will bring up more questions to that effect. So you saw my questions after these games are, exactly how volatile and inconsistent is this deck?
Yeah.
Is it too inconsistent for me to ever consider playing it? Or can I make some changes? Are there certain patterns to the games where I do nothing? Maybe Scourge of the Skyclaves isn't actually that good.
Yeah.
Or maybe we need to play things like Gut Shot as a Phyrexian spell to enable both Shadow and Scourge.
Could be a good sideboard card.
And then good against Ragavans. That's a card you could consider. Just spitballing here, but that's the kind of thing I like to do. And then I'm not making firm conclusions after 3 games or 10 games or even 20 games, but I am starting to learn, and I'm using what I've learned to direct the rest of my testing to get answers to my outstanding questions.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I do as well. Except one thing that I always do is I always look at the negatives. Like, okay, I think I'm going to have a bad X matchup.
Yeah,
and that's what I start with, because that is a way, like if I think, okay, I have a bad Grixis Death Shadow matchup and I play a set of 5 matches and I barely win 1, I'm off it. Because you can't do that when a deck is super prevalent. Modern is a little different where, they're even if we're looking at Goldfish and we see it's 13% of the metagame, when you get to Philly, I bet that number will be up a bit. Because it is just a focused, try-hard tournament, but maybe not that much, like 15 or something tops.
Sure. I agree. In the larger field, it probably won't be as much. I would think actually in a paper tournament, it'll be a little bit less focused towards the top decks.
Could be.
But the one thing I would always keep in mind is that as the tournament progresses, those shadow decks are likely to rise to the top.
Yeah.
So as you get towards rounds, the back end of the tournament, the business end of the tournament, you're going to be more likely to play against those decks in high leverage matches, and you really want to be able to take those down.
Yep. And I think one last thing before we go to break is Philly. Unlike the Invitational, we were kind of harping that like the Invitational is going to be a product of just getting cards. I think that is done now. We're going to we've had a lot of time where this Modern format has been around. People that have been considering to go to Modern or play Modern in Philly, they've had time to buy these decks now. SCG is going to be selling a bunch of cards there. I think that card drought that we experienced with COVID-19 kind of putting us all in our house for a while is kind of over. So now it's just going to be like expect the top metagames instead of like Tron, Amulet, people that own these decks before.
Burn.
Yeah, Burn, yeah. I mean, those decks can be okay, except Tron. But, All right, next up, we're going to take a short break. I'm going to be playing this deck that won the challenge, I'm pretty sure. It's just a take on Blue-White Control with some Fire Ices and stuff, and it looks pretty good. I don't know if I would want to play a control deck at a big open tournament like this, but for a challenge, maybe that might be a little bit better, and who knows?
And I'm going to be bending some fiddles.
Oh,
some equipment, some value. This deck looks really cool. It's from the top 16 of that challenge.
Plus a new card, right?
Oh yeah, we got a Lion Sash in that deck too. It's a Stoneforge deck. So.
Yeah, probably not good in 2 of the matchups we tested it against, but you know what? Whatever.
An equipment that survives a Wrath of God.
Well, it doesn't, right?
It does because when it's equipped, it's not a creature.
When
as
it's
long
equipped,
as you get it equipped.
If you go to equip it and I respond by firing it, like that's still a bad exchange for you, right?
Will die. Yeah,
and the equipment would die.
Well, no, the equipment will stay around.
Would it?
Unless you fire both. It's still a creature before it's equipped, so you got to kill the creature.
But that's what I'm saying. If you go to equip, you go to pay that 2 cost to equip, and in response, I fire it.
Fire which creature?
The equipment.
Then just the equipment will die, but not the creature you tried to equip.
Yeah. But that's fine.
Sure. Yeah,
but
at that point, it's just a creature still.
Yeah, and you wasted 4 mana, and I put 2 into it, and
sure,
you're a big dum-dum.
But it's a 2 for him because I got it for free off a Stoneforge Mystic.
We're going to take a short break here, and we'll be right back after I strangle Ross like Homer does to Bart. Don't go anywhere. All right, everybody, welcome to Versus Live. My name's Corey Baumeister.
And I'm Ross Merriam.
And we got Rob in the booth. Say, go Bengals, Rob.
Go Bengals, Rob. Okay.
I did not have to...
Go is spelled Geaux, right?
Yeah, obviously.
I did not have to encourage him to say that, but I was going to say, the Bengals suck if they lost, and I think that would have been the first thing that Rob never repeated. Luckily for Rob and his team, they made it to Super Bowl.
I was prepared for some gloating had the Titans beaten them in the divisional round, and then I don't know.
And then you just got beat.
Just the nonsense that happened in that game.
Yeah, they were all pretty crazy.
Two of the most ridiculous interceptions I've ever seen.
Just these last 6 games were all insane.
That's what happens when you have Ryan Tannehill as your quarterback.
Ryan Tannehill is a fine NFL quarterback.
He's a fine gentleman.
Yeah, but he's not Joe Burrow.
That is true. That is true.
All right, everyone. If you want to have your comments brought up and talked about from me and Ross, make sure to tag at Star City Games, and Rob will get his favorite one sent over to us. We are exploring Modern here. It's been a while, maybe like 3 shows since we've actually picked up Modern, so we're just kind of checking out, seeing if there's anything different, trying out these 3 up-and-coming decks that have kind of made a little bit of a splash up against 3 decks that you will for sure see if you're going to SCG Con Philly, which we both will be here, actually...
A week and a half?
Yeah, a week and a half. Thursday, right after the show, we will be having our bags right here and just heading right out right afterwards. So looking forward to that. Should be a lot of fun. But round 2, we're going to be trying this Jeskai control, but it's really blue-white control with fire and ice. And then you have like the red lands for prismatic endings. So
got some Ragavans in the sideboard.
Yeah, Ragavans on the sideboard to probably just bring in no matter what when you're on the play. Maybe even on the draw against certain decks. Like
any sort of mid-range combo or control mirror, I would say. Bring those in.
Yeah, I'll probably bring him in against you. I'll give him a shot. See, it depends on what you sideboard in and out.
I don't have a ton of removal.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. It definitely seems like a decent one to bring in there. Turn 1 Ragavan, turn 2 fire your Fiddlebender. It's a weird sequence from the Jeskai control deck, but here we
Normally
are.
They don't let us do that on camera.
Anyways,
And we're canceled early.
All right, let's just start the match. I don't know what else I was going to say in this intro. Let's just play some Magic cards, okay? I'm going to be going first here.
Unsurprisingly, we might get a little bit loose this month on Versus Live.
Yeah, remember, everyone, we do have 8 shows left. This is our 8th show. We're having
I'm making the most of them.
We're having our farewell tour, so... All right, I'm going to try to make the most of this game by not playing this opening hand. I don't even think Chalice is that good against you, and, well, the rest of my cards are lands, so that's not good. Oh, I would add another Chalice. Take that.
I will keep my hand, I guess.
Okay.
It's not great.
Okay. You're playing Fiddlebender, so it could be anything,
Could even be a boat. Guess if I sack a 4-drop, I could get a Sky Sovereign.
You could.
If there was one in my deck. Which there isn't.
One could only hope.
There is a Calder complete in this deck, so I'm kind of sad there isn't just one chain that gets you up there.
Yeah.
We could have like a boat, a worm coil engine.
There we go. Yeah, climb the ranks.
Yeah.
I'm going to just put this Chalice on the bottom. I don't think it's very good. And then I will play Colonnade and pass to you.
Unbeatable Colonnade.
Yep.
Okay. I will play a Shinka, the blood-soaked keep.
Of course,
Play
as one
Springleaf
does. All right. I will draw. I'll play a land and I'll pass to you.
Okay. Let's crack an Arid Mesa, go to 19.
Okay.
I'll just get a basic Plains.
Okay.
I will play a Fiddlebender.
No. I say no.
And you're up.
Okay. I will draw. Not the strongest draw I've ever had because I'll be saying go.
Ooh. I like that.
But during your upkeep, I will ice that Plains. I didn't draw a land, but I did draw an ice, so hopefully it's a time walk that draws me a card. Kind of don't think it will be.
Could have gone for an ice on the main phase to maybe hit that land drop. It's trying to slow me down.
Nah.
Fails to do so, since I just had 2 drops anyway. I'll go to 18. Let's go to 16.
Okay. Yeah, your life total probably doesn't matter too much.
Get a Sacred Foundry and play Stoneforge Mystic.
Okay.
And what do I want to get? Could get a Batter Skull, since I'm close to casting it anyway. Could get a Nettle Cyst that I can definitely cast.
Oh.
Could get Lion Sash.
Lion Sash.
I'm going to get a Nettle Cyst. I like
Okay.
the idea of having something I can cast next turn.
Done.
Yep.
Boink. Still have not hit a land. We got an update over here from my hand, and still not great. So I guess I will Prismatic Ending that. And pass to you. Rob, you put lands in here, right? Yeah. Okay.
I will play a Treasure Vault.
Okay.
And then let's play this Nettle Cyst. Get a
Okay.
Germ.
All right, germ it up.
Do we have germs?
Wow.
No.
Oh my God, Rob.
I'll use this Tom Ross poison counter as a germ for now.
Okay.
Rob sets us up. And then I will tap the germ to drum for a white and cast a Lion Sash.
You know, the
Lion
worst part is I
Sash.
wrote it on my list too, and I just
Okay.
forgot about it.
Pass the turn.
Wow, Rob. Wow. That's all we got to say. Okay. What does that red land give it? Fear or first strike or something? Okay.
The black one gives fear. She's
I'm going to Spreading Seas the artifact land.
You know it's still an artifact, right?
I need to target anything, but at least you
can't
don't have
sack
that
it for
ability.
treasures, yeah.
And then I'll play the plains, and I'll pass to you.
Even under Blood Moon, these things are still artifacts.
Okay.
Everyone learned that during the Affinity days because Blood Moon was in 8th edition.
Okay.
People tried to Blood Moon them and be like, yep, don't have any artifacts now. That's not how this works.
Yeah. To be fair, I did not know that. Not know that.
Okay.
So you have a 4/4 there and a 1/1?
Indeed, I do.
Okay. Pretty good. Pretty good.
I'm going to play a Stoneforge Mystic.
Okay.
Thank you, Rob.
There's our germ dizzle.
And
Okay. BBD is the germ that is supreme here.
Shadow Spear doesn't seem relevant. I have a second, so it's second Nettle Cyst or Batter Skull here, and I think I'm just going to get second Nettle Cyst.
Yeah, don't blame me. That's a scary card for me.
20 for me, 16 for me, 20 for Corey.
Yep.
Reading the wrong side there. And I would actually like to insulate myself a little bit from a sweeper here.
Okay. I don't play those.
Seeing as Corey is now just the one land away from it. So I'm going to attempt to reconfigure Lion Sash onto the Germ token.
Yeah, I suppose I'm just okay with that. You're reconfigured.
Okay, then I will attack with the Germ. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 artifacts.
Yep.
It's currently a 4/4. 4 damage. I'll make a white with Drum and exile the Fiddlebender.
So you got a 5/5.
Yeah, so that'll get a counter there.
I'm gonna Solitude it.
The Germ.
Yeah, might as well do it with the counter on the stack, so you gain one
so I
less.
gain
But
4. So I got so 20 all.
yep, done.
And you exile Teferi. Sure. Pass the turn.
Okay, that is the draw I wanted. I don't know what punishes me, but I'm gonna take 2. Jason bounce Stoneforge.
So you're at 18.
Yep, and I'll pass to you.
Interesting.
Yeah, I just want to make sure you can attack it because this is no longer a creature, right?
No, it is a creature.
A what? I thought when you equip it, it is now just an equipment.
No, while it is equipped. Once it
Oh.
becomes unattached, yeah.
Okay, that's not a
Yeah.
good play then. New card. Sorry about that. When it's unattached, now it's just back to a creature.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And you can pay 2 to just unattach it, whereas with normal
okay,
equipment,
okay.
you have to move it to something else.
Okay, cool. All right, I'm learning.
That's the
All right, in
subtle
that
difference.
case, I will do nothing and say go.
Okay, but still taking 2.
Yeah, I'll still take 2. In that case, I'll just be sad and do nothing. But you be afraid of that, Jace, okay?
Will do. Okay, I will take 2, go to 18.
Okay. 18 all.
I will activate Stoneforge Mystic.
Sure.
I'll put in Calder Complete.
Okay, great. Cool.
I'll get a germ.
Having pretty fun, good times with that.
Yep. I will equip Nettle Cyst to the germ.
Yeah. Let me read this stupid card. I know it just completely destroys me in ways, but trample indestructible. Okay.
Do I want to do that? So, Corey, there's a good chance he just had... Maybe I don't even want to put in the Calder Complete. There's a good chance you have, like, Cryptic Command here. I was just so excited to untap with the Stoneforge Mystic. You got, like, 3 cards?
I got 3.
Yeah, no, I am going to equip Nettle Cyst to the germ.
Okay.
And then I will attempt an attack with the germ. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 artifacts. So this is a 10-10.
Just a 10-10, huh? Oh, Memory Deluge.
Okay.
Oh, 1, 2, 3. A 4. Okay. Got some things. Got some things and stuff.
I guess Corey could find another Solitude here.
Yep.
Shouldn't mark down his life total too quickly.
Kind of want to... Should just probably take these to be safe, but man, it'd be cool if I got lucky and hit with that. All right. I'll take these 2, and then I'll take it.
Brings you to 8.
Yep.
And once again, to try to play a bit around a sweeper, I'm going to tap the Lion's Sash while it's a creature to the drum, and then equip it to the Stoneforge Mystic.
Okay.
Which actually protects Stoneforge Mystic from another fire if you have it.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
And if you have a sweeper, all you'll kill is Stoneforge Mystic. Because this is indestructible, and this will just become a creature.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me.
So,
we're having fun.
Very well insulated here from a Supreme Verdict.
All right. I will Prismatic Ending BBD. And I will pass to you.
Okay, let's...
And if you reconfigure it when it's equipped, can it attack that turn too, right?
Yeah, because
Okay, gotcha.
as long as it was under your control at the start of the turn,
Makes sense.
will not have Summoning Sickness. So let's equip Nettle Cyst to the Stoneforge Mystic.
Okay.
Then I'll play Rustvale Bridge. So now I have 2 artifact lands. These 2, that's 6. So this is an attack for 8.
Beginning of combat.
Yep.
I will ice it down.
Sure.
Draw.
And then I will play another Nettle Cyst.
Okay.
Get a germ. Pass the turn.
All right. I feel like I'm dead. God, the Lion Sash here is the most annoying card.
Yeah.
Because it's like I've had a verdict for a while, and it's like I just have no clean way to deal with anything. So I think Lion Sash is going to win you this game, which is lame. What else can I do? I guess since Supreme Verdict leaves me just dead, you get to Lion Sash, equip both Nettle Cyst, so that is not a line. This card is not very good either. Yeah, I think I have to do Jace the Mind Sculptor, Brainstorm.
Gonna have to find a lot of Solitudes.
Oh yeah. I'll put these back. Actually, let's put this back. These 2 and play a fetch, and I'll pass to you.
Okay, end step, I'll make a white with the drum, tapping the germ, and exile the Memory Deluge.
Okay. Gross.
You have 4 in hand?
I have 4.
That's inconvenient. Well, let's start this turn with good old Ichor Wellspring.
Good old Ichor Wellspring. You got it.
Then I will Make you have it. Attack you with both.
And they're how big?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the Germ is an 8/8.
Oh, that's an artifact land too. I was like, okay.
And the Stoneforge Mystic is a 10/11.
Okay. Yep. I can only stop one. I did find a Solitude, but yeah. Since they're both lethal threats. Because even the Solitude doesn't take away an artifact. You know, if this was... If you were attacking with Lion Sash, you know, I could just Solitude that. But yeah, I didn't have Solitude Verdict is what I needed to survive here, so I'm dead.
Yeah, and this was a game where I drew 2 portable holes, but a bunch of 2-for-1s with the Stoneforge Mystics and the Nettlesis.
It was the Lion Sash the whole game. It made me play so awkward. The fact that it insulates from Wrath, that if I kill your whole board, it's just a creature that gets to attack. That was really cool. That made me a believer of that card. Before I was like, I mean, it seems good, but it doesn't seem great. You know, but that was great. That was really great.
You got to think of Reconfigure as the equipment version of Bestow from Theros Block.
Okay.
That's basically what it is.
Gotcha.
But because it's an equipment, you can take the Bestow off.
Gotcha.
So it's even more versatile.
Yeah, I've been playing so much Modern and Legacy. I have not been able to do my due diligence on, getting super up to date with Kamigawa Neon Dynasty, even though the set looks sweet already. There's some cool stuff.
Yeah, there's as is typical of the last year, there's a lot of cards with a pile of text.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, yeah, good for you that these cards, I'll read that Kamigawa pre-release at SCG Con Philadelphia, that's for sure. So, all right, everyone, we are going to take a short break, and then we'll bring you back with some sideboarding here on Versus Live. Don't go anywhere. All right, everybody, welcome back to sideboarding here in Versus Live between Jeskai Control and Boros Fiddlebender. From my end, bringing in these Regavans, especially on the play in a matchup where I think they'll be pretty good. I think they'll be, exactly that. I'm going to bring in this Blood Moon as well. You're our Saga deck, and I can just fetch up some basics and just Blood Moon you here. So, fan of that. Chalice just seems a little rough. Chalice on 2 is okay, but as a 4-drop, I feel like I really want to be doing other stuff. Then we're going to take out 1 counter spell and 1 Supreme Verdict. We saw Supreme Verdict there most of the time really good against a Boros equipment style deck. Just Supreme Verdict, then whatever, you play 1 or 2 more threats, and then I can deal with them with Planeswalkers and stuff. But dang, that Lion Sash was just pretty brutal.
I'm surprised not to see any Wear Tears in your sideboard.
Yeah, Wear Tear is awesome, but I guess just you don't really are afraid of Saga decks with just main deck Drust Downs and Spreading Seas, like Blood Moon, it's just enough of it.
Oh, that's good, because Wear Tear is absurd against me.
Yeah, it is.
On my side, the sideboard is not very well set up for Control, which honestly kind of makes sense. I think the deck itself is pretty well set up.
Yep. And Control's not that popular. It really isn't. Like, this won the challenge, but I don't consider Control even a Tier 2 deck. I mean, maybe Tier 2, knocking on Tier 2's door, but it is not what I'd play at Philly. Yeah, for sure. The metagame's just too wide open.
Agreed. So in this case, my sideboarding is motivated by what I want to bring out more than what I want to bring in. Normally, I would try to get all the removal out of the deck, but with these Ragavans coming in, I'm a little scared. So I've got a Pyrite Spellbomb as a 2-target. I'm also leaving in 1 portable hole, so I've got 2 answers to the 3 Ragavans in addition to just trumping it on the battlefield.
Yeah, that adds up.
Yeah. The Boros Charm here is probably the better of the 2 cards I'm bringing in. Can counter a Supreme Verdict, can kill a Planeswalker, can give double strike to one of my big Nettlesis and maybe just kill you out of nowhere.
Yeah, stop doing that. You did that last match.
And then I'm going to bring in 1 Aven Mind Sensor. I just, I like having flash threats against Control decks. It gives you a lot more tactical flexibility, and this one can occasionally just nab a fetch land from you, and if it does that, it's absurd.
Oh yeah, then it's as close to GG as you can get. I need all my lands most of the time, as we can see by me missing a ton of land drops last game. And then that was a product of the game a bit, but it really was that Lion Sash. It was just eating me alive. And it wasn't even the turns where it was completely obvious or where that I declared I can't do it because of this. It was affecting every single turn for me that it came down. I had that verdict the entire game and stuff like that.
Could never navigate the game to a spot where it was good.
Yeah, I couldn't. Absolutely not. All right, Rob, you got any questions for us?
I do. We had a question about a new Kamigawa card.
All right, yeah, hit us.
And we now have an artifact dig through time called Reality Heist, 5 blue for an instant. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each artifact you control. and then look at the top 7 cards of your library. You may reveal up to 2 artifact cards from among them and put them into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. So
Eli Cassis is a happy guy. It's like, this is a perfect card for him.
But I think that's about the only place I can imagine it going. I think this card's being somewhat overrated. Obviously, anytime we see what is effectively affinity for artifacts on a card, people get, reminiscent about those days, which are long ago at this point.
Yeah.
But this is not the kind of card that goes into a very proactive affinity shell.
Yeah.
But the Urza decks are somewhat reactive. One of my issues with the card is that it doesn't dig for Urza itself. So if you're trying to set
it only finds artifacts?
It only finds artifacts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not just dig through time.
I was going to say that is a good card, and now it is a bad card to me. Because, Urza have one artifact around, maybe 2 artifacts on tap that you played, like a Portable Hole or something.
Yeah.
You play Urza, you have the Construct, and then just on turn 4, you're able to just dig through time. That seems kind of nice to me. That seems better than Thoughtcast. But if it's only for artifacts,
blue, you need 5 artifacts in play. So
yeah, which is doable.
Yeah.
You definitely can do that in the deck. But that's like the high-end draw that I'm thinking. And if you can't get other dig through times, or you can't get counter magic, can't get Urza,
so you're really only digging for that Thopter sword combo,
which is good. That is cool, but if you can't even dig for Stoneforge, if that's what you're playing to find sword and stuff, I don't know. And you can just brick, right? And you don't want to play all artifact lands. You could hit artifact lands too, right?
Yep, any artifacts. So you figure you want at least 2/7 of your deck to be artifacts to hit 2 and 7 cards. 120 over 7 is 17.14. So you need at least, I would say 18 to 20 artifacts.
Yeah.
If you want to be consistently hitting.
And I was thinking for for standard, I know the wild lost world of standard, I think some people still play it, but even Unexpected Windfall.
You mean Alchemy or?
Yeah, I think it's historic now is what it's called, yeah. But thinking about it, Unexpected Windfall, Galvanic Iterationing it, and you have 4 artifacts in play, it'd be cool if you could find something there, but you're not going to play artifacts in those style of decks. So, yeah, I just don't think it'll be good.
You need to be playing a good number of artifacts, and this is a card that goes into a reactive shell, so you need a more reactive artifact deck, which generally those two things don't mix.
No.
Urza's, I think, the closest thing you get to it, so that's where I'm a little bit interested. I would try it out, but I'm not even sold that it would be good there.
Yeah, I think it will just collect dust. I really do. Hot take. I don't know if people are super high on it. I know I've seen it a bit, but
I had a paragraph in my article today about it saying it was overrated because I wrote about the new Tezzeret.
Yeah.
And Reality Heist was not in any of my decks.
Fair enough. All right. I'm on the play.
That doesn't seem fair.
And I'm sick of mulliganing, so I'm going to keep.
I will keep as well.
Okay. This hand is also defensible. Just being on the play with a decent amount of these is still okay in a control shell. Okay. But
I'm going to go to 17 for Sacred Foundry. And I will play an Esper Sentinel.
Esper Sentinel. I don't like that card.
Pass the turn.
You play that one, huh?
I let you draw 2 cards with it in round 1, and I won very easily. So
yeah.
How bad can it be?
How bad can it be? All right, I'll play an island. I'll pass to you.
Okay.
Bring it on, Esper Sentinel.
Oh, they will. Let's play a Treasure Vault. And attack for 1.
Bang, 19.
And then I will play a Goblin Engineer.
Goblin Engineer, when you search, you put something in your graveyard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll respond. I'll play Draw Down. You get to draw a card,
yep.
Draw. No Goblin Engineer for you.
Pass the turn.
All right, Draw Down's gone. Draw a magic card. I'll play Flooded Strand and I'll pass to you.
I will attack for 2.
Bang. 17.
Actually, no. Let's do this differently.
Okay.
I'm going to play an Urza Saga.
Okay.
And dash a Ragavan.
Oh. Okay.
Attack for 4.
Don't love that.
So now
I'm
you're
at
at
15.
15. I'll get a treasure.
Yep.
Kind of surprised this all worked.
Yep.
And I could play something else right now. But then I would just be like playing into a verdict. I've got Saga going next turn if I want it. So could also just play this card. Not sure what that would do. Plays around a specific card in Corey's deck.
Decisions.
Yeah, I'm gonna play Pithing Needle.
I guess I'll respond.
Yeah. But yeah, force Corey's hand there. So you go to 14 from the fetch.
Yep. Then that resolves.
Yeah. I'm going to proactively name Jace here since I only have 4 power threatening it. So Corey could just tap out next turn plus and have it live. And I can potentially like reset it later on with Goblin Engineer. So it's not like I'm locked into this.
Yep.
If I didn't have the Goblin Engineer, I'd probably be a little bit more cautious with it. But because I do, I think I can afford that. Go to my end step. This comes back.
Which Jace?
Jace the Mind Skull.
Oh, okay. Of course. Okay. All right. Cool. I will play a castle and I'll pass to you.
I like Corey not doing things.
Yeah. You know, things were not done.
Okay, chapter 2 on the saga.
Yep.
Let's play a basic mountain.
Okay.
I will dash Ragavan.
Yeah, that resolves.
Declare attacks.
Sure.
Send in the clowns.
All right, I'll take it.
You go to 10.
11. Oh, yeah, I fetched.
You fetched
10 of 10, yep.
Second treasure.
Okay.
I could spreading seas here, but then I won't be able to use the saga, so I'd rather have a token than a random card.
Okay.
Even though I would get to maybe turn off the colonnade, but that's not worth very much.
Yeah. You can spreading seas your own Urza Saga. Get a blue source.
Go to my end step.
Yep. Okay, this draw is not developed. I'll break the fourth wall here for you, and I'll play this, and I'll pass to you.
Okay, end step. I'll pop a treasure and make a construct.
Sure.
Where are the constructs? Here we go. Go to my turn.
Yep.
And draw.
Sure.
Chapter 3 with the saga. I'll respond by making a construct.
Okay. All good.
Resolves.
Yep.
Not sure what I want to get here. Kind of like the idea. Ooh, actually, I know exactly what I want to get. Let's get Chromatic Star.
Okay.
I guess I need a target in my graveyard, but I can just put it in my graveyard.
Yeah, you can just sacrifice it, right?
Yeah. Start grinding some value with this here Goblin Engineer.
Oh, yeah, I love me a Goblin Engineer.
So you're currently at 10. I have 7 artifacts in play.
Yeah, it's all fine. It's all fine here.
Okay, I will play in a Jonjo Castle.
Okay.
Got to protect all my legendary creatures.
Yeah, I was like, that does nothing right now, right?
Yeah.
Glorified Plains.
Protects Fiddlebender and Ragavan.
Okay. It's a cool card.
Okay, so I think I'm not going to dash this turn so I can start grinding some value with the Engineer.
Okay.
Because I've got a ton of pressure here, though. I guess a dashed Ragavan does represent lethal. But
Fair point.
I've got to assume Corey's got something here. Actually, what I am going to assume is that he has a Solitude that he wants to hardcast, so I don't even think I want to attack with the Esper Sentinel. So I will just attack with this construct.
You're a jerk. I'll hit that.
Just talked my way right into exactly what I
So far,
needed to
you've
do.
completely played around to everything. That was my only play. I had Solitude, so I wanted to brainstorm and protect it. You've completely destroyed me on every avenue here with my land-heavy draw.
I'll gain 7 to 24. The old preemptive Pithing Needle.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. I'm not done.
It was devastating. I hate everything, and yeah.
So I will make a red with this Chromatic Star and draw a card.
Okay.
And then why don't we turn this treasure into a Chromatic Star with that red
sounds
mana?
pretty cool. Okay.
And maybe I didn't want to do that. Maybe I want to play another spell here, but because I do have a bunch of good 2-mana creatures in my hand. but I think we can just get by with hard casting the Rogavan at this point.
Sounds good.
So I'll do that and then pass it. Or I guess I'll pop the star first. Doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter. And if you Blood Moon me, I'd rather have the star on my turn.
Okay. All right. Not an awful draw. I will cast Teferi and then pay your attacks.
Okay.
And then I'll draw. Excellent, excellent. And then I will untap and pass to you.
Okay, draw. Let's first check how many artifacts I've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I sack the star, Construct still attacks through Solitude, but it's not enough to threaten lethal on the Teferi. So you got 5 in hand?
I got 5. All really bad.
So I think I want to just do this first, to get my attack in first. So I'll send Construct at Teferi and Rogavan at you.
Okay. Now it's just a question. Do I want to try to save Teferi? And I think I do. I'll block.
Okay.
So I'll gain 1.
Yes, you go to 11.
Yeah.
I get a treasure.
You get a counter spell. You can force through something this turn, that's for sure.
That's cool. Because I can make blue.
Yeah.
In that case, I was trying to think of a way I could have threatened Teferi with 2 creatures. There actually was one. I missed it.
Okay.
This is kind of a tilt.
I need Teferi to do some heavy lifting for me, that's for sure.
So
it's kind of cool. You can kind of do some stuff to re-Pithing Needle Teferi, but it doesn't actually work like that.
Yeah. Well, it will once I play another one.
Yeah.
So I'll play a Goblin Engineer.
Okay. Resolves.
And
do you have a second needle? That would be disgusting.
I do not. I do.
Sack a star, draw a card, needle Teferi. I think I'd just go home. I think I'd just head home early.
I do have a Lightning Greaves.
You could use a nap, so I'd be fine with that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm going to get Lightning Greaves.
Okay.
I am then going to use the Engineer that can activate to sack Chromatic Star and return the Greaves.
Okay. Get to draw a card.
Yep. Then I'm going to attempt to equip the new Goblin Engineer.
That's pretty spicy. That's pretty spicy. Yep, that resolves.
So draw off the star.
Yep.
Then Greaves comes in, gets equipped. I have not played a land this turn.
Lightning Greaves in Modern. Here we are. What a time to be alive.
Play a Rustvale Bridge. Was hoping for an untapped red source there, but I can throw away the treasure to activate.
Yep. It is a sorcery on that card? I can't remember.
No.
Okay.
It's not. So
yeah, Goblin Engineer is an incredible Magic card. I played it at 1 GP. Played a team GP where we all just played the Goblin Engineer Urza deck, and it was awesome. All right. Well, let's see. Well, I want to start by drawing.
I still have 5 cards in my hand.
That is the card I wanted to get. So that's good.
Was it Supreme Verdict?
It sure was. Yeah, I'm going to cast Verdict.
Okay, I would like you to pay 1.
And I will not.
Draw a card.
Yep.
I will then sack the Construct to return the Chromatic Star.
Okay.
So treasure gone.
Yep.
And yep.
Okay. Then I will just untap a couple lands and pass to you. Yeah, this is a situation where now I guess you do have an attacker through Lightning Greaves that you can kind of strap something up, but the Lion Sash to be able to pressure Teferi again, like that's what's really frightening.
Okay. You got 5 in hand?
5 in hand. All medium. They're upgraded from bad to medium, so that's not bad.
Got an Arid Mesa. I've got 2, 4, 6 mana. That's a little awkward.
You can buy Gigantha.
I will not be doing that. Just crack the Mesa, go to 23.
Okay. And I'm at 11, right?
Yep.
Perfect.
Get a Plains.
Okay.
I will then play a Goblin Engineer.
Goblin Engineer, huh? It's a scary card. So yeah, you can search for something again, equip it, and bring it back. How good is that? You can like search for a Nettle Cyst and bring that back. That's a pretty cute play. That's really cute. All right, I'm gonna counter it.
Okay. Got another counter spell?
Am I?
Stoneforge Mystic.
You have the Stoneforge Mystic, huh?
Another card that can find Nettles.
Yeah, that resolves.
Okay. I will indeed find Nettlecyst.
Okay.
And then I will activate Stoneforge Mystic and put the Nettlecyst onto the battlefield.
Yep, and of course equipping, and then
Yeah.
Yeah.
Equip Greaves there. Then Nettlecyst comes in, get a germ, equip Greaves to the germ,
Yep, that happens.
and attack Teferi for 6.
Yep, that's pretty cool.
So I have 2 artifact lands.
Yeah, and it's like I could have waited until. Actually, yeah, if I Lightning Greaves and try to take the germ, that's kind of spicy. Then it's, hexproof, but then you just reattach it, and you can kill the germ. But
Yeah.
yeah, okay,
I will pass the turn.
all right, draw.
Okay, feeling pretty good with the...
I'm dead.
I think my hand was better than yours.
Yeah. If I would have survived Teferi there, I would have had the woes of tucking this, jacing, getting rid of some of these lands, and yeah, there we go. Then it'd be on. But I needed you to not be able to kill Teferi that turn, and you had it. So. And I could have maybe just done that the turn before, but I had to verdict. You had too good of a battlefield. Admittedly, I kept a loose goose. As far as my opener, I kept the old dress down 6-land opener.
Jesus.
But to be fair, in my 7 turns, I drew 2 cards that were not land, so I did not get any help.
One of them got preemptively needled.
Honestly, and if you didn't needle there, I was going to Jace, hopefully find a white card and have Solitude to defend it. Which would have been fine. And then also, even just drawing that verdict late, I was still in that game up until when you killed Teferi.
Yeah.
And then that was brutal. So, okay, well, we got time for one pity game at least for this one.
I was starting to feel like I should have been more aggressive at certain spots.
Yeah.
And gotten a Nettlecyst onto the battlefield so that, especially like once I got the Greaves.
The Lightning Greaves was sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, that card is so annoying.
I'm glad it was near the bottom of my deck, so I saw it before I made a different decision.
Yeah.
Yeah, very. The thing that I've been wondering is, we got Mishra's Factory in MH2, right? I'm trying to remember, I
don't think so. The thing that make 7 mana to make a 2/2? Or?
No, that's Urza's Factory.
Oh, yeah,
That was already in Modern.
Yeah.
That was in Time Spiral, it was Time Spiral.
I mean, yeah, it's unplayable.
But Mishra's Factory is just the 1 mana, becomes a 2/2 artifact creature.
I don't think so.
Did we not get Mishra's Factory in MH2?
That doesn't sound like a card we got,
No?
but yeah.
I don't know why I thought that card was in Modern now, but it isn't. Regardless, you could still do it with Mutavault, just it's not as good because it can't become an artifact. But with all these equipment, I would love to have some sort of creature lands.
Yeah.
And especially ones that, because you want to equip to them, you need the activation cost to be low, so probably has to be Mutavault.
Yeah, or just Ink Moth or Blink Moth.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It was reprinted?
Oh,
yeah, so
okay.
you can play Vicious Factory, but Blink Moth might be better because it flies.
Yeah.
So when you equip it, it
Or
has some
Ink
evasion.
Moth to poison, you know? I mean, that
Yeah.
might be fine, too. You don't get the
Yeah.
chip shot damage, but, you know, that seems nice.
Yeah, I would want. I kind of want some Nexuses in this deck.
Yeah, and you got to have some colored pips, you know, like with Treasure Vault, Urza Saga, and a creature land like that. That's a little rough. That really is. So you gotta make a sacrifice somewhere. But
I mean, I would cut down on Treasure Vaults. I think at least
Yeah.
the Nexus can be an artifact if you really need it.
yeah.
You know, obviously that on that turn, Treasure Vault being an artifact was important because I was completely tapped out.
All right, Chad. I'm mentally reading what you're saying. I'll keep a playable hand this time. You got it. And this one's good.
But if my Nexus had been or if my Treasure Vault had been a Nexus that game to play around, you know, to pressure Teferi, I could just found Nettlesis instead of Greaves and then had to equip with that.
Yep, that's true.
So there was still a line there.
Oh, I'll be keeping.
Sure, why not? It's a pity game. I'll take pity on you.
All right. Thank you. Because this is the best hand I've had all day.
I will play a drum, get a Sacred Foundry.
You're at 17?
Yep.
I will draw and play a Scolding Tarn, and I'll pass to you. And pass to you.
Okay. Draw. Perfect.
Guessing it was not perfect.
I will play Esper Sentinel.
Okay. Resolves.
I will tap it to drum for a red and play Ragavan.
Okay.
I will pass the turn.
Okay. I mean, that's still kind of good.
My hand didn't even have the drum.
I'll get a try.
I was worried about playing drum first and then you having a counter spell, but you led with planes. You know, you can't have a counter spell. So
Yeah.
led with
All right.
drum.
Okay. Well,
At least I'm not getting fired.
yeah, I wish.
Land, fire, pay for Sentinel here would be...
Pretty good.
Ugh.
Pretty good. Yeah, no, I don't have that one. But I am going to
Tap out for a Blood Moon, let me draw a card, and have it not matter against Drum and Ragavan.
I'm gonna Solitude and get rid of Esper Sentinel.
And then have a normal removal spell here.
Maybe.
So I'm going to go to 18 from the Solitude.
A little worse than a normal removal spell. I'll bounce and hope you brick on that land, and I'll pass to you.
Washa!
You would. Not the worst here, because, you know, whatever, but
Yeah, I mean, I almost want to attack you
yeah, do
and
it.
get a treasure. Teferi is like not that threatening, but it kind of is still.
Well, which one is it? Is it or is it not?
I mean, it really is not. I'm not doing a ton of instant
That's why I
speed.
threw one away.
Yeah. But I also just kind of want to get things onto the battlefield. Actually, okay. I think I'm not going to dash the Ragavan. I'm going to cast it normally.
Okay.
And then get to play a 2-drop here.
Okay.
And really hope you don't have Verdict.
Now I get the joys of instant speed verdicts, which are sweet.
But I guess I'll play a Spellskite. So that's the thing I'm least worried about losing to a Verdict.
Okay.
And it'll protect my Ragavan.
Okay. All right. I will draw. Tick up. Okay. And I will play this land, and then I will pass to you.
Okay, I would like to declare attacks.
Beginning of combat, I will gain control of that. Because you cannot redirect that because it is not a legal target, right?
Well, I can activate Spellskite. It just won't do anything.
Okay. That's what I thought.
Yes. You're always allowed to activate Spellskite if there's a spell on the stack.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of whether it'll do anything.
Okay. I was 87% sure that this is a play that gains me a Ragavan here.
Yep, that's unfortunate.
Okay.
Okay, getting a little punished. Oh, this will be cute if it works, though.
Okay.
I will play an Oswald Fiddlebender.
Okay, fiddle away.
I will then tap for a white and play Portable Hole on the Ragavan.
Oh, that is
Then I can sack the Portable Hole and get the Ragavan back.
That's disgusting. Okay.
Pass the turn.
Wow. Target spell or ability. Eh? That's disgusting. Okay, well, tick up.
Come on.
Probably gonna work. All right, I'll take 2.
You go to 17.
17. I'll play Teferi. I can't really do anything with Spellskite in hand.
Also, just so people know, the land Corey has there is Mystic Gate, so he could cast that Archmage's
The Charm. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Yep. Okay. Then I will draw a card. And then I'll untap 2 lands. Yep, sorry. Proxied Mystic Gate. A lot of people buying blue-white control cards out here for SCG, I see. Yeah, here you go.
Okay. Come on, land. That's a land.
So lucky.
Strand Crack. So 17 all.
Okay. I already had you at 17.
I gained 1 off the Solitude.
Oh, yep. You got it. Forget that card gains life.
Get a basic planes. Then I will,
Like that's your one portable hole too, and it was just awesome.
sacrifice, get Lightning Greaves.
Oh my god. Yeah, sure.
Then I will play Goblin Engineer.
Okay.
Good.
Sure.
That will get, I guess this doesn't quite work. I was trying to get Nettle Cyst onto the battlefield here that's big enough, but it's not big enough to deal with big Teferi.
Yeah.
I guess I get to deal with little Teferi.
That's fair.
Um,
Still pretty cool, regardless.
yeah.
Lightning Greaves has done some disgusting things with Goblin Engineer.
I still think this is what I want to do. I guess I could get Pithing Needle and just needle the Teferi, the big Teferi, and then attack for 2.
Reasonable.
You know, with Lightning Greaves around, it seems more like a Commander game than a Modern game.
I know. Which show am I on again, Rob?
I think I'm just gonna get the Nettle Cyst.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna tap Spellskite for a red, and I guess we got to get rid of the drum.
Yeah, and of course Greaves has to equip to do
so
that.
Greaves
but
over
yeah,
here. Then turn the drum into Nettle Cyst, get a germ,
yeah. Yep.
then Greaves the germ,
Yep.
and attack baby Teferi
Yeah, for just to kill it.
for
right?
exactly
Okay.
3. And then I will pass the turn.
All right.
I don't feel great, oddly enough.
Well, my hand is once again developing poorly because control sucks. Yeah, I said it. You heard me, Shaheen. I think I still just need to draw and try to find Verdict. No, that's another land. Cool. So I will play Teferi.
Sure.
And I'll bounce Spellskite.
Nothing I can do about that.
And I'll play this land. And at end step, I'll untap 2 lands and pass to you.
Okay, I'll take 2.
Okay.
15. I'll play the Spellskite.
Sure.
Declare tax.
I'll charm that monkey again. I will charm your Ragavan eventually. Or wait.
I mean, I can get it back.
Oh yeah, you can Goblin
I have to
Engineer
throw
to get
away
it back.
an artifact to do it.
That's kind of lame, but yeah, I'm still just gonna try it.
Sure.
Okay.
This is annoying. I really wanted to get a treasure here and turn that into Pithing Needle for this Teferi.
Yeah, that's
That
pretty
was
cool.
that was my goal for the turn.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. So you can't do that unless you have artifact land. Does that even sack artifact lands? Probably
Yeah,
not.
these both sack any artifact.
Okay. Pretty cool. I like that deck. It's really cool.
It does a lot of cool stuff. So I don't want you to chump block with it. So before I attack, I guess I have to mean, I guess I could sack the Greaves, but I really like having the Greaves. Oh, God, this is awkward. It's awkward because I also wanted the engineer to attack the baby Teferi.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what other 2s are in my deck, even. That's another thing.
Yeah.
You have
3 in hand.
3 in hand.
All busted.
Yeah, I will sack the Spellskite to return Portable Hole.
Okay.
Hold the Rogavan, and then sack...
That's a sorcery ability.
Oh, this is only sorcery. Okay,
yeah.
So then let's... I guess I could just forgo it for a turn, unless you have a removal spell at this point, which would be devastating, but it's going to be devastating regardless because I can't activate in time. I think I would rather activate. So yeah, let's just attack for 3 at the big Teferi.
Bang.
Perfect. And then sack this Portable Hole.
Okay.
What do I have? I hope it's not nothing. Oh, no, it's not nothing. It's actually kind of pretty good.
Yeah. I was going for nothing, believe it or not.
Yeah.
It's like I'm going to be on a verdict hunt.
I have one thing, but it's pretty good.
Well, you had the new card as well, right?
Mm-hmm. I have one thing.
One of these cards is thicker than the other, huh?
I'll draw a card off the Ichor Wellspring.
Okay.
And then it'll be your go, because I've already played a land.
You already played a land? All right. Draw. Wow. Okay, I will draw. I will tick up. Have I told you recently I hate my deck?
Have I told you that I love my deck?
Yeah, your deck's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay, I will scry 2.
Wow.
Oh, wow. We're having a good old time here. Guess these are magic cards. Play this. I'll play this. I'll untap 2 lands, and I'll pass the turn.
Okay. I will draw.
Sure.
Ooh, draw another land. That's perfect. I will Fiddle Bend to the Ichor Wellspring. Draw a card.
Okay. Fiddle away.
Oh, shouldn't have played my land first. Just reverse the Saga. Feel like an idiot. I will get another Nettle Cyst.
Okay.
Get another Germ. I will equip the Greaves to the new Germ.
Okay.
These are both 3/3s. Do I want to jam another thing into a potential verdict? Just so I can threaten lethal with both of them. Kind of do. So I will play Lion Sash.
Okay.
I will then declare an attack.
Sure.
Rogavan will go at Baby Teferi, both Germs at Big Teferi.
What are they, like 5/5s?
They are 4/4s.
4/4s, eh?
Even if Corey has a removal spell for the Sash, then there's still 6 damage there. And if you remove this Germ, then it's still 4 damage. Hard, I think, for him to remove any other permanent.
Yeah, I just don't think there's much I can do here, and it's all because of that Goblin Engineer now. Otherwise, I can, like, Prismatic Ending the Nettle Cyst, and then Teferi would take 3. That would be sweet.
Yeah,
but Goblin
I just
Engineer...
turn it into Ichor Wellspring and draw a card.
Yeah, I'm dead. I quit.
My hand was also great.
Oh wow, Boros.
Yeah, I had a verdict covered.
Well, you didn't, but
Well, this was about to die.
I mean, I could save it, but
But there's no way you're going to save that over saving this.
Yeah, like I kept those on top. Maybe I just had to bottom those two. I was like, they just had text. I just drew a bunch of lands again. This time I kept a good hand though. Kept 3 land, double baby Teferi, Solitude Teferi. So that was solid, but I'm just flooded a little bit.
Yeah, this deck seems sweet.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
I think it can be a little slow out of the gates, though. You do have Ragavan and Esper Sentinel, so like 8 good 1-drops and 3 portable hull.
Yeah.
So you got 11 good 1-drops. I'm not sold that like Dispatch is your best option for a sideboard removal spell because it's not good on turn 1. I think in Modern, your turn 1 removal spells need to kill turn 1 threats.
Yeah, it could just be Prismatic Ending, right?
Could be Prismatic Ending, or it could be Unholy Heat. Like you put a bunch of artifacts in your graveyard.
That's true too. Yeah. Okay. Well, sweet. Regardless. So, what is your last match that we got?
My
Pretty
last
sure
one,
I'm playing. Oh yeah, the Shadow of Death.
my last one. Another favorite of yours. I'm playing Breach, but this is a different build of it. A Jeskai Breach list.
Yeah.
With a little bit of spice.
Yeah, our buddy to the channel, Dr. Jiggy Wiggy, top 16 to a challenge again last week with that super awesome Breach deck. Played that Is It Breach deck that we played before. That deck looks really awesome as well. I'm going to be playing Grixis Death Shadow. The one thing I'm trying that I'll even want to get your opinion about, save it till next round. Mana base is different, which is kind of just madness, because I thought the mana base was kind of perfect, but small changes on that, trying out some of the sideboard cards as well. This is from one of the top 8 lists. Not exactly. I almost always play my list of Grixis Death Shadow, but I'm trying it out. It's been a while since I've changed my deck because it just feels like a masterpiece. So I'm going to try this new Grixis Death Shadow list. It's pretty close, but the mana base is a little different. So we're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back here in 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Hello and welcome back to Versus Live. I'm Ross Merriam.
And I'm Corey Baumeister.
And we've got Rob in the booth. Say hi, Rob.
Hi, Rob.
Rob will be taking all of your questions, comments, concerns, and burns in the chat. Make sure to tag at Star City Games so he can see them and send his favorites over to us. We are wrapping up our day here exploring Modern in advance of the upcoming SCG Con in Philadelphia. We are looking at some of the unsung decks of the format that did well in challenges last
So far,
weekend.
they're singing.
Yeah, seeing if they can hang, and so far the answer is yes, they have hung.
They have, absolutely. Yeah, and the second match for me, a little product of, I don't love that deck. We've also never won with it on the history of Versus Live. Even before us, Blue White Control has never won. That's just a fact. But, against Hammer, you just cleanly destroyed me. And honestly, I don't care what deck I was playing. You were doing some stuff last round. So that was pretty awesome. So for this third round, I'm going to be playing the Shadow of Death with a different mana base like we were talking about. I was asking your opinion on the break, and it seems so small that it's kind of hard to truly judge.
This is the point of your Death Shadow experience that you've entered, where these are the decisions that you're mulling over and thinking about, because everything else is set in stone. You know it all. You're just like, what if I cut the second Steam Van for a third Blood Crypt?
I was like, then you go through every single, God, what if you accidentally mill something with DRC? You mill one of your blue sources. Now you only have 2 in the deck, like double drowning or dress down plus drown. Do you want to do that? And then I'm like, well, I should probably just go outside instead of thinking about this.
Maybe touch some grass. The snow is melted.
Yeah.
You can see the grass now.
Speaking of, it's supposed to be like 55 here in Thursday, y'all. Bye-bye snow here in Roanoke, Virginia. I mean, this is more snow I've ever seen in my entire life in Roanoke,
Roanoke Basketball League stream.
Oh, yeah, we're coming back. Yeah. Yeah, our last show with Versus, we're just going to pick up the stream ourselves as the Roanoke Basketball League. And if you want high-level basketball content, you wouldn't get it.
Yeah, go elsewhere.
Yeah, go elsewhere.
Watch
anywhere
the
else.
NBA, the Euro League.
Yeah. I mean,
the Mexican Basketball League.
Any kind of
Your
league.
local high school team.
Yeah. Exactly.
Your local middle school team.
Yep. Girls junior high basketball would crush us too, I mean,
honestly, probably.
Oh yeah.
Just way more organized.
Oh yeah. And I know anybody that plays in a league or something will be faster than us. That's a fact, So yeah, absolutely.
And I'm going to be playing a Jeskai Breach list, really full-on Jeskai, and the spicy edition here is Mana Tide.
Yeah.
In a format with condensed curves and low land counts.
Yeah, Force
Mana
Spike
Tide can do
pretty
some
good.
damage.
Absolutely, and I'm not going to play around it once.
Oh, it's going to get
No one
so
does.
bad.
But I get to play around it for game one because I get to go first and take a peek at your hand. Oh, hello, Shadow of Death. I've missed you. Is your day good? Okay. I won't abandon you anymore for those 4 color
unplayable.
creativities. All right, I'm going to keep. My hand is awesome.
My hand was 4 lands, Emery, 2 grinding stations.
Ooh, baby. That sounds nice.
So we did have
Corey
a
with a
question
snap
come
kept.
in.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So Ross, you said you'd written your article and I mentioned Tez. So do you think it could see play in Modern with Asmo? That's where it said the static reduces the fountain / cookbook activations, cracks
Which card?
food for free, equips
The new
Shadow Sphere
Tezzeret?
for free.
Oh, gone.
Do you think that that's like a playable thing?
I mean, I just don't like the Asmo decks, and Tez, I could see some, benefit there. You got artifacts to pitch to it. You can animate those treasures and turn them into 4/4s. That's all cool and good. The question is whether or not it solves the deck's problems, and I don't really think it does. What it does is offer you another way to leverage the engine. The problems with the deck are interacting when you don't have the engine, because the deck uses so much space to fill the engine
I
out.
forgot that deck was even like Modern
Yeah.
legal. It fell off so fast and hard. That was like the biggest hype deck.
Yeah.
And holy crap,
People
did it
thought things
jump.
were getting banned.
Yeah. People were like, this Asmar card is too good. You can Aether Violet on turn 1. And I was like, yeah, guess you're right.
So you've and then the other issue is resilience to things that shut down the engine. So things like Rest in Peace or Stony Silence and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So Tezzeret doesn't. It kind of helps against in the latter section, right? Because you can just turn random artifacts that are lying around into 4/4s and win through it. So it helps. I guess it does help a little bit now that I'm thinking about it. But I always thought those decks were kind of clunky and they didn't have much interaction, and that's a big issue. So you need to solve that problem too. But Tez does help you with the second issue.
Yeah. And the only thing I'll add to that is I think the effectiveness of Tez in that deck would be solely reliant on me knowing what that card actually does, and I don't. So
Also, we're in Modern. Like you would just play Agent of Bolas too, right? Like I would rather play Agent of Bolas which is easier to cast because you have to be black or red. So you can just choose to be black.
Yeah.
And so Agent of Bolas is blue-black instead of blue-blue. Agent of Bolas makes things into 5/5s for a -1 instead of turning them into 4/4s for a -2.
Okay.
They both start on 4. So that's yeah, they both start on 4, right? And then the Agent of Bolas has a -5. They lose life equal to twice the number of artifacts you control. You gain that much life.
yeah.
This has like a +6 or -6 that says whenever you tap an artifact, draw a card. I'd rather have the Agent of Bolas.
Yup.
The Agent of Bolas is +1. Look at the top 5. Take an artifact into your hand. Rest on the bottom. The new Tez is +1. Draw 2, then discard 2 or an artifact.
Okay.
Those are like roughly even to me. So yeah, just because Tezzeret Agent of Bolas being easier to cast and turning things into 5/5s gives me the edge in that role.
Yeah.
So I don't think I don't think this card is powerful enough for Modern, and
Yeah.
I don't think the base of artifacts needed to make it good exists in Standard / Alchemy.
Yeah.
The Pioneer I think is a sweet spot for it, which is one of the main points of my article, and I do think the card has some potential there.
Cool. I like it. All right. So we'll start with me here. Now I'll start with this.
I've got to put a card back.
Okay. Sure.
We will put this poopy Shadow Spear back.
I'll start with Blood Crypt, and I think we're just going to play DRC and pass to you.
I will play Inspiring Vantage and pass to you.
Alrighty. You have the Unbeatable Tithe available here,
Indeed,
so I don't know what I can possibly do.
Especially because you don't have a second land.
I know, I'm out of them. I'm fresh out. So I'm going to play this land. And fetch.
Brings you to 17.
Oh, you know I'm going to 15, you silly goose. Okay.
No fear.
No fear whatsoever. Okay, so this is a 1 Steam Vent list as far as the mana base goes, so that big change. Still really like fetching a blue. I didn't even look at my hand when I was looking for things, so still want to get a blue source here that you, in case I top deck an Expressive Iteration or something, I can still cast. So we'll get the Watery Grave. Yeah, so I'll go to 15. Then I'm going to A Thought Sees You, trigger DRC.
Yep.
I don't think I want a Fatal Push.
Well, the jig is very much up. Didn't want to play the Rogavan because you can just leave the DRC back.
Yep.
And so I figured I'd hold up the Tithe.
The Mana Tithe. You got me. You got me. Well, I don't know if I really care about Mana Tithe when I know about it. Kind of just want to take one of these Expressive Iterations. Yeah, I'll take Expressive Iteration.
Yep. One of the rare times when taking the card out of the
13.
pair.
Yeah, is usually not right. And then I'll attack for a big old 1.
I'm a 19.
Past you.
Now I'm in an awkward spot.
Awkward.
So, I can't both play Rogavan. I can't do all three of play Rogavan, hold up Tithe, and set up to Iteration next turn before my land drop.
Yep.
Because
Oh yeah, that is awkward.
because of the my land situation here.
Yep.
I can,
Have you considered playing fetch lands in your deck?
So I could go tap Foundry, go hold up Tithe. Corey knows about it. That said, he's not going to play into it.
Yeah. I mean, you don't know me. You don't know my life. I might.
I could take 2, hardcast Rogavan, but that sets me up to not Iteration at all. Whereas next turn I could, depending upon what Corey does, I could dash Rogavan with Tithe up, which is pretty cool. Or I can Iteration with if I play Island Go. So I actually think, so I want to go Island Go if I do that. So
Island Go?
Yeah, Island Go.
Okay. I'll untap. I will draw. It's an interesting draw step for old Corey B over here. I could. Oh, that'd be silly. Yeah, I think I just probably want to get aggressive here. Luris isn't that good. So, yeah, I'm going to take 3.
Here, 10.
I'm going to go to 10.
We getting these steam vents.
Nah, I talk so much trash about it. I don't think I can actually do it. I do like this combination of Blood Crypt as the 3rd. Now I just have an option to have another Blood Crypt when I don't have a lot of black or blue cards and stuff. So, not the worst. I can't get Delirious, so I'm going to attack.
I like that. I'm at 18.
And then I will just play the Shadow of Death. And I'll pass to you.
Well, my Rogavan has looked embarrassing every turn of the game. That's what being on the draw gets you.
Yep.
I'm playing Iteration.
That resolves.
Wow.
Good cards?
No.
Are they more monetized?
I will exile Mox Amber.
Okay.
Let's put that one there.
Okay.
I will play an Urza's Saga.
Okay.
Play Mox Amber.
Play Mox. Okay.
And pass the turn.
Okay. Go untap and draw. Ooh, that was a pretty good draw. Zababble. Trigger.
We'll turn on Delirium for Corey here.
I don't want to land, but I will bobble you. Okay, pretty good draw for you. I will, attack for 6.
Brings me to 12.
And do I want to just buy Luris? It's not the worst now. I could just die. I could just lose the game. Pretty unlikely, but... Then I do have a Luris. Yeah, yellow. I'll buy Luris and then draw. Pass to you.
So that's how Corey doesn't forget his bauble triggers. He just does it before it's even supposed to happen.
I really do. I really, really do.
Oh, perfect.
And I just say it. I just say it all the time too. It's like when I crack bauble, before I even go down, I was like, at your upkeep, I will be drawing a card.
Let's play an Arid Mesa and crack it.
Okay.
11.
I know about your second Regavan you just top decked.
Dude, that you do. Let's get basic mountain.
Okay. Now my hand is stacked, and I have the Luris plan. And all kinds of goods. And attacking with Regavan has an actual cost for you. Because it grows the old Shadow of Death here.
I'm aware.
Oh, really?
Still gonna do it. Dash Ragavan.
Okay.
Get in for 2.
I'll go to 8. Would you like this land?
Wow.
I kind of wanted that land, though, too.
And then I will, because the Ragavan's leaving, I want to use the Mox Amber mana now.
Okay.
So I will make a construct.
Okie dokie.
Oh, of course, removal's instant speed anyway, so I don't really get punished.
So you got a 3/3, eh?
And then Ragavan goes back to my hand, and it's your turn.
Okay.
You know 4 of the 5 cards in my hand.
Excellent, excellent. That other one better be good, huh?
Oh, it's not.
All right. I'll come in for 8.
And I'm at 11.
Yep.
I think I'm going to chump this shadow.
The shadow's been chumped.
Maybe, yeah, just if I had 1 more life, I think I would take it here.
Yep, that's fair.
So the DRC wouldn't be lethal next turn.
Then I will Inquisition you trigger. I'll bin Culligan's command. I'm going to take Mana Tithe. What a time to be alive. And then...
My draws have not been good.
Yeah, not the best.
The first iteration turn, I drew land, and the iteration was land, Mox.
Excellent. And then I'll pass to you.
Draw.
Yep.
Chapter 3, let's respond with an activation.
Okie dokie. You got it.
Then I will get a...
Got some options.
That one might be okay.
Got like Aether Spellbomb, Red Spellbomb, Shadow Sphere probably.
Yeah, there is a Shadow Spear. Pirate Spellbomb, I believe, is on the sideboard.
Okay.
Not that it would be much good here anyway.
Yeah, not that I saw the list,
I
but
think I will get the Aether
I
Spellbomb.
like that one. And sorry, what are you at?
I'm at 11.
Or did you go to 8 from
Oh,
taking
yeah,
this?
sorry, I
Yeah.
should've-
I didn't write that down either. So 8 all.
Yep.
Okay.
Now I will... Yeah, unfortunately give you perfect information because I don't want to take damage. This
Excellent.
plains I drew. Dash a Ragavan.
Excellent. Okay.
I will attack you with Ragavan.
So you're trying to make my Death Shadow large, eh? Yeah, but then again, you have the Spellbomb no matter what. All right, I'll Unholy Heat Regavan, and I will Surveil. I do not want a Thoughtseize.
And then I will pass the turn.
Instead, I will Fatal Push the Construct and Surveil.
Well, that's not good.
Also, don't think I want to land. And I'll untap. I'll draw. Then I will play a land. And declare these old attackers here. You're going to have to use some material.
Yeah, gotta bounce the shadow.
Okay. And I know
I'll go to 5.
if you top deck Breach, it could be bad, but I don't think it's even GG. So we're going to go like this and play a bobble, trigger Surveil, throw the bobble, check out your top, and draw off that. Go.
So the shadow is a 5/5,
Correct.
and I'm at 5.
Yep. You probably have Delirium on the bright side.
I do have Delirium for this Unholy Heat,
Yeah, so on.
and I actually think the only way
No
I
matter
get...
what, you're dead. With just your only way to live, what is Unholy Heat this, Ragavan, I'll kill that, and kill you.
Yeah. Yeah. My plan was to do this, kill the Death Shadow attack.
Oh,
hope I hit something to do with the Luris, but you just trade.
Yeah, then I'd just trade and I'd K command you, and
you then also know I have only lands in my hand, so your Croxa deals 3.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We can save the time because there's some combination these are killing you for sure. So
I thought an opening hand of 3 lands, Rogavan, and double iteration was going to be good.
Yeah,
it
really
did
was.
not get any better.
It did not get. It was not close. Yep. God, it feels good to have the old Shadow of Death in my hand. To be fair, creativity as well, I think, is a super cool, spicy deck. That's for sure. All right, that's going to do it for the first game. Is that my first game?
No, you won 1 game with Hammer.
Yikes. Okay, not a great day for the good guys over here. So we're going to take a short break and try to avoid this old sweep here on Versus Live. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back to Versus Live, where we are sideboarding in our matchup between Jeskai Breach and Grixis Death Shadow. On my side, bringing in some better removal for Corey's threats in Prismatic Ending, cutting the mana tithes that, while cool, are just not consistently effective enough in this matchup, especially when you have a bunch of discard spells and you can often see it coming.
That person probably got a lot of free mana ties, and honestly, when it's face-up information, that card loses a lot of steam,
Yeah, so,
But probably got a lot of free wins. And
then the Shadow Spear, this is meant to, get your constructs through chump blockers.
Yeah.
Shadow's not a deck that creates a lot of chump blockers, so not particularly useful.
Then from my end, taking out the 2 Croxas, I don't really care to have you discard cards. Taking out 8 Thoughtseize, Inquisition, Drown, and DRC. Just basically saying that all the cards in my deck are so good, I'm kind of just trimming, so I make sure I still hit a lot of the things. The 1 Alpine Moon, great against your Saga, would be excellent. Now Spellbomb, if I just put it on the battlefield, I can, hit your Thassa's Oracle and you can't win the game.
Yeah,
but you can still
in a tricky spot.
You can still combo through it in a weird way, but even if you get your deck down, the shitty thing about how your combo works is you have an untapped trigger from the grinding station that comes onto the battlefield. So if you mill, most of the time there's a trigger that'll still be on there that I can then exile before you can actually do something. Or I just hit a Thassa's Oracle if you mill it early on, and then you just can't do anything. So then EEs as well, going to take out some of those, or bring in some of these. Sometimes you just go really wide with a bunch of 1-drops or 0-drops even, and these can be really great late game.
Yeah, and I considered my own engineered explosives.
Yeah.
Corey's threats are all 1s, but I think they're going to interfere with me a lot more than Corey's are going to interfere with him.
And I'm, especially in this matchup, it's get 1 threat down, make sure you can't win the game, and then whenever I'm casting multiple threats, it's because I probably have you locked up. I'm not trying to kill you fast. I'm happy to win on turn 8 through a bunch of unholy heats, and I definitely turn into a control deck in this matchup, which Grixis Death Shadow just does seamlessly. Goes straight from being the aggressor in some matches you have to up against a combo deck to just straight up being a control deck or a mid-range deck. Kind of switches
that's really
roles.
one of the things that Luris allows you to do.
Yeah. Luris is incredible.
Without it, you really wouldn't be able to be that good of a control deck.
No, not really. Croxa gives you some avenue and some agency like that, but it's definitely not perfect. So, unlike this hand, though.
Well, it is a hand that's going second, so it can't be perfect.
Oh, it's perfect. You can be perfect on the draw. Rubble.
Yeah, I'll keep.
Okay.
Need some help, but I will play a drum and play a bauble.
Okay.
And pass the turn and upkeep bauble you.
All right. I will take 2, play DRC, pass to you.
You're at 18 on my upkeep. I'll draw a bauble.
Yep.
Draw for turn. That's a pretty good set of draws.
Okay. Yeah, this deck can do one of my favorite plays that no other deck can do too. Is just with Mox Amber and Ragavan and DRC, you can just have Ragavan and DRC on 1. That's my favorite play with that deck.
Well, there's no DRCs in this version because there's Esper Sentinels and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So I can't do that, but because I have drum, I can go Esper Sentinel, make blue, play Emery.
Ooh, yeah, that's pretty gross.
Mill Saga, Ragavan, Bauble, Breach.
Okay.
And then I will crack this. I'm going to go to 17.
Okay.
And get a Hallowed Fountain. And I'm going to also prismatic ending your DRC.
Oh, that's a heck of a turn.
Yeah. Well, I did not have a second land, and I drew second land and Esper Sentinel. That was a good set of draws.
That's a pretty good sequence. I'll give you that. All right. Well, I feel like I have to be up on cleaning duty now. And I don't think I have a way to have you just not draw a card here, get some value, which is fine. I will take 3 and just kill your 2 creatures.
So you're at 15. First one, obviously, well, it doesn't matter, I guess.
Yeah.
Because the Sentinel only triggers off to the first. So I will draw. They're both dead.
All right. Yeah, I'm down to 15, and then I'll pass to you.
And draw for turn.
Yep.
I will play Expressive Iteration.
Okay. Rabble.
That's a tilt.
A T? T has been declared?
Well, there's only one way. Well, I guess that I can get 2 cards in 2 different ways here.
Okay.
Either way, we know we're exiling this land.
Okay.
The question is which of these spells I would like to keep.
Okay.
And I think it's this one.
Alrighty.
So, other one goes to the bottom. I'll play the Sacred Foundry tapped and pass the turn.
Okay. I think I'll probably just be copying you here with this play. Yeah, we'll start with an expressive iteration.
Yep.
I have quite a few lands, so I'd like to not exile a land if I don't have to. What do I want my follow-up to be? This is probably the safest. Yeah, I should probably do that. Okay, I will put this into my hand, this over here, this here, crack.
Go to 12.
Yeah, we'll go to 12, why not? Go get another Blood Crypt. And I will play Nile Spellbomb. And a Bubble. And I'll bobble you now. Sure, and then pass to you, draw a card. Figure this was the safer play.
I will. You got 4 in hand there?
4 in hand.
Play an Urza Saga and
Okay.
pass the turn.
That's okay. I think I'm going to have a pretty chill turn like that as well. I am going to start with a Thoughtseize.
Now you'll see why I'm so sad. That Nile Spellbomb was very good.
Kind of figured it. It was going to be
I could have
pretty
value breached
strong.
the turn before.
Yeah, value breaching is awesome. You just start with 8 cards, or you just end with 8 cards.
So what I would have done, I had a third land, a third colored source. So I could have gone breach, play like Emery, use drum to get another mana, play 2 threats. And probably play a bauble too.
Yeah.
And
like that.
I got punished. I thought there was a good chance you would like deploy a threat of your own.
Yeah.
And then I'd be able to kill that with this prismatic ending. And I had the expressive iteration that turn, which was still a good play.
Yeah, that's reasonable. I'm gonna go to a total of 9 and then buy Luris and then I'll pass to you.
It's just never clear to me exactly how aggressive I should be with these value
tough.
breaches.
Yeah, it is tough. When you have 2, it's really easy. You know what to do. Then I'll pass to you.
So you're at 9, you have the Luris.
Yep.
Chapter 2.
Okay.
Play a Scalding Tarn.
Okay.
And pass the turn.
All right. I will draw. So, gotta be a little wary here, but I will take 2.
You go to 7.
And I will play Luris.
Yep.
Bring back the bubble. And I will bobble. No, I'll pass to you.
On your end step, I will make a construct.
Okay.
Also going to crack this. Go to 16.
Okay. And then after you do that, I'll check out what you're drawing.
Sure.
A little bit of a sticky situation here.
Okay, I guess I will get a steam vents. So you have 3 in hand?
3 in hand, yep.
About to be 4 when you draw.
About to be 4. Yeah, we'll see what you're drawing. Might want to make a play. Might try to kill that construct now. If I see like a mana tithe or something, so okay. That's good.
Draw.
Yep.
Wow.
I know about that land you just drew.
Thinking on this saga.
Oh, I guess now I draw a bubble. Rubble.
Maybe I go for a sort of tempo thing, but then just removal gets me. Just lost this game not going for the value breach.
Yep.
If I'd done that, I'd be in infinitely better shape.
Infinitely has been declared.
It's 7 right now.
Yes, I'm at 7.
It's hard for me to imagine winning this game without making a token here.
Yep.
So let's make one.
Okay.
Saga down. And could get the Ether Spellbomb here.
Is this Spellbomb?
So basically either that or Bauble.
Okay. Yeah, the targets don't get amazing when you don't have Shadow Sphere. Like, that's usually the one you want, but I agree. It's not the matchup for it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of Bauble.
Okay. The bubble.
I would then like to attack you for 4.
Bang. I wanted to wait till combat, figuring I could have did it right when you activate, and that's normally when I do it, but since you're in your main phase, you would have got an extra mana out of it, and if you went straight to attack, which would make sense that you would do, then you get a mana taken away from you.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, then second main, I can crack this strand, go to 15.
Okay.
Get an island.
Okay.
And prismatic ending the Luris.
Luris is gone.
Then I will pass the turn.
All right, this is gone. Untap, draw. And now, that was our long-term plan of just dress down you every single turn. So good call getting rid of that, or you're just dead. So maybe I made a mistake not taking prismatic ending in case I drew like Colligan's command later to be able to bring it back, but not the biggest of deals. All right. Let's go like this and start with expressive.
Yep.
There's those win cons. Yeah, I think I just want both of them. And I don't really need a bauble, so we'll go like this. I'll play the Shadow of Death. I guess I'll play it like this. Then I'll play a land and play a DRC and pass to you. Presenting maybe lethal next turn, depending on what I get.
Really?
There's a possibility.
I guess if you can another fetch
Another
land.
fetch land, yeah.
Yeah, you do have two more targets for it. Dead to another fetch land. You have 3 cards in hand.
Yep.
Oh, I would like to try to save this bauble for a post-Nile Spellbomb world.
If those even exist.
But the other card in my hand is not good. So I guess
that.
I'll bauble you. And then I will draw an upkeep.
Okay.
And I will draw for turn.
Okay.
And I will cast an Underworld Breach.
Bit of a problem here that if I exile your graveyard now and you just grinding station, you can start the loop. You'd need a little something else to go with it, but I mean, the alternative is just let you breach, and I don't think that's a winning line. So, yeah, I'll respond by spellbombing and sacrificing, drawing a card. Then, yeah, that resolves.
Okay, then I will cast Ragavan.
Okay.
Then I will play Flooded Strand, crack it, go to 14,
Okay.
get Plains,
Okay.
and then I will play Grinding Station.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about.
That's why I wanted to play this Ragavan, so I could use the drum. So
Okay.
let's use Plains and drum. Leave all 3 colors of mana.
Okay. And that happened.
And now let's see what we hit.
Yeah, I easily could be dead here. Easily.
Yeah. I was very happy when you drew the card off Spellbomb, because then it means you probably didn't have Drown.
Yeah, I didn't have anything else to interact there, so a bit of a problem.
You could probably, if I just hit any sort of like 0 mana artifact, you can probably just drown it, or even this drum.
Mm-hmm.
So let's sack drum, mill myself for 3.
Yep.
Okay. Well, the shadow is currently a
6/6.
6/6. So
Yep.
I could just kill the shadow, but that does not seem like a winning line. Oh yeah, I knew Tarn, so I can't even do that. But even if I could,
And you also don't have delirium.
sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Lots of problems there. Lots of problems. Yeah. But even if that were like a prismatic ending, for
Prismatic ending would do it, that's for sure.
and there's really no difference in these 3, but I guess I would rather keep around a drum. So I guess I could iteration here
Yeah, you can iteration.
and I kind of like that. I've already played my land.
Yeah.
But if I iterate into like a Mox Amber and leave a 1-mana artifact,
Yeah, that could be good.
they're both going to see 3 cards.
And you've already played a land, right?
Yes, I've already played a land. I kind of like iterating. I get to leave an artifact in my graveyard still.
Yep.
I basically need to hit a 0.
Yeah.
Although I guess if I just go for the 1-mana artifacts, then I just
You
need
get
to hit.
6 looks at it, I guess.
But I can't kill you. I need to leave up blue. Oh, that's. Ooh, so I can't iterate either, right?
You need to. I mean, you need to hit Emery Amber at some point.
Yeah.
You know, like that's your goal. Like flipping into Emery, but you got to have 2 artifacts for a while. Like these are those murky situations when you have low resources in your graveyard that like it just always feels like you're so close, but sometimes it's just not possible. You know?
I think I might be dead.
Yeah, I think you're right. You have to hit some.
No,
zero
I think
drops
I need
pretty
to.
soon.
I think I need to mill into Emery right here, right?
Okay.
Because I think no, because then I can't cast it, right? Because I play an artifact, I mill, then I still only have 1 mana. That's my problem.
Yep.
I can't. So I'm trying to think how I can get there.
You mill into Mox Amber,
I mill into Mox Amber, start making more red, play a Ragavan, play drum.
something like that. Yeah, let's see it. I mean,
Yeah, so I need the
it's gonna be
drum.
tough.
I'm going to need
Yeah.
to leave the drum and not the spell bomb, which means I think I can iteration. So I think that leaves me in a better spot.
Yeah, it wouldn't be versus live as it's not us just like figuring out breach on the fly, like per usual, you know?
No, because I need to hit. I guess I need to hit Mox Amber, but I'd rather give myself 6 hits to mill it.
Yeah.
So let's do that. So I'm gonna play drum.
Okay.
And I guess if I'm never iterating, we can just get rid of that. We just leave both artifacts.
Okay.
Untap, mill 3.
Yep.
That's nothing. Do it again.
Okay. Yep. Sack it again. There's Emery. There's a bubble.
I guess that keeps me going.
Yeah.
So we'll play bauble, leave the drum.
Okay.
Or I guess, yeah, I need to, because I can't cast Emery at all yet. Sack bauble.
Okay.
Well, oh no! Now I can't leave myself the drum and the oracle.
Yeah, you have to leave Oracle, otherwise you lose the game.
Oh no! Now I think I'm dead.
Yeah, I think you're dead. Even if you didn't hit Oracle there.
Now I can make a bunch of red mana, but I can't turn that red mana into anything else.
You also don't get red mana.
Oh, you're just going to respond when I play Amber? Yeah. Yeah, in that case, I'm dead.
Yeah.
If you got the finish. Then
I didn't have a disruption as far as counter spells or whatever, but did have disruption for that. Maybe there's a world where you can continue on, but I did draw the fetch, so yeah, I guess you're just dead.
Yeah.
So me going down to 1, attacking you for 15.
Yeah, if this is not Oracle, and then you don't have the push, I can make red with Amber, continuing to leave the drum, mill 3, make red with Amber again, then play the drum.
Yeah.
I've got to find another Ragavan then too.
It's tough.
It's really hard.
Tough. With that low of resources, I truly think it's impossible, and it feels like you're so close. But I've been in those situations before where I'm like, there's got to be a way, and then you look back at the end of the game and you didn't win the game.
Yeah.
It's just like, what could I have done? And I just think it's not possible. You need like 6 cards in your graveyard. You got to be able to bring back 2 things at some point when you only have 1 artifact in play. So you got to be able to bring back second artifact and then Emery, and then everything's cooking.
Yeah.
You know, Amber, Emery kind of thing is what you need, but also that means I can't have disruption and stuff too. It's a very fragile combo.
Yeah.
It really is. It's one of the most fragile combos out there, but it's also insanely explosive. You can win on turn 2.
Yeah, it's explosive, and it doesn't require much of your deck building. You're playing a bunch of other good threats.
Yeah.
And you can play a fair game.
And you get to value combo off. Like, I don't know how many times I've been like, okay, your go, 7 bobble triggers result, and then it's like, that's all I had, and now I destroyed my graveyard, but then you top deck into, a couple removal spells, Ragavan, and another grinding station, and another breach or something, and then you can just combo again next turn, like for real, know? So it does some cool stuff.
Yeah, that game turned when I made the decision to be a little greedy and not go for the turn 3 value breach, and instead iterate and hope to fire it off on turn 4.
Yeah, and then I had the spell bomb.
Yeah, and from there,
and that was my whole decision point. And I guess it would have worked out okay. Is I saw Thoughtseize land, so I was gonna just Thougeize you there, but I'm like, if I just have spell bomb, that's a better protection than Thoughtseize, because you could have 2 breaches. You could have 2
breaches.
Yeah,
or I could draw it off the top.
Yeah. So we got time for 1 pity game here in this match. Ross is gonna win the show. Dang, I guess what are you like 2-3-0 or for our final
3.
shows to see who gets the marbles? You're just winning when it counts. Damn. Well, they are your dad's marbles, so I guess I won't be too mad if you win them. But looks like I have to go on a heater to take those marbles.
Well, we've seen it before.
Yeah.
I'm on the play here, and I will keep.
I'll pity you just like you did for the last round. I got a pretty bad hand, but I'll keep.
I'm gonna get a Steam Vents and play a Ragavan. On 17.
Okay.
You're up.
A draw. All right. I'll take 3. I'll go to 17, and I'll play E for 1.
Oh, I like that.
I'm glad I top deck E. I didn't have a single play, so.
17 all.
Yep.
I'll draw.
Okay.
Let's mush you with the Ragavan.
I'll be taking it. Here's a magic card for you. Ooh. Do you want the art, or do you want your silly little preview, Ragavan?
You're 15.
Okay.
I don't think I'll give you the card in your graveyard.
Okay, dang it.
Although the card on my graveyard could also be valuable.
Yeah, that's true. Graveyard trading.
Okay, let's go to 14.
Okay. I'm winning.
And get a Sacred Foundry.
Okay.
If I had been a little bit more careful there, I would have definitely fetched the Steam Vents with the Tarn and given myself the option to get a Plains here.
Yep. There you go.
Maybe save myself 2 life, but I did not.
Yeah, YOLO.
Got a little sloppy.
You sloppy? Nah.
I do have a neat play here. I will cast Grinding Station.
Okay.
I will then announce an Emery, so its costs are blue, and sack the treasure to play for it.
Yep. That's pretty cool.
Mill 4.
Okay.
Hit in a spell bomb, so I got something to do with the Emery.
Okay.
That's good enough for me.
I don't like that.
And if Corey wants to deal with the Rogavan, he's got to tap out and let me Emery.
Yep. That is my dilemma here. But I think instead Emery is more important. So is it?
So look how good Engineered Explosives is against my battlefield.
Yeah, I'll take 2, and I'm just gonna drown this right away. I'll go to 13. Pass to you. Ragavan is annoying as well, but
Let's hit you for 2.
yep. Land for you.
You're at 11.
Yep. And I could be dead.
You're not dead yet.
Okay.
I do have this expressive iteration.
Okay. Hey, you don't have the bobble yet to make it GG, even if you have the whatchamacallit.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that one there and exile another iteration.
Okay.
Awkwardly.
Ooh.
I've got a land and I can cast the iteration.
Okay.
Well, let's just hope to hit a 0.
Yep. You got a lot of them.
I do. None of them in the top 3, but that's okay. I guess we will keep this one and hold on.
Hold on.
Which one do I want to keep? Honestly, could make an argument for all of them.
Okay. That's scary.
Depending upon what Corey's next turn is.
Whatever you don't want to see, that's what I'm going to play, okay?
I am going to keep this one based on the texture of the game. Let's say
Okay.
a little land.
Okay.
I'll pass the turn.
Untap a draw. I will play a land. I think I'm just going to keep this pretty boring and just pass to you.
And draw for turn.
Yep.
Attack you for 2.
I'll
brings you to 10.
fetch. Yeah, maybe if I take 3. I am at. Yeah, I'll take 3.
Playing around my Hidetsugu second right so well.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So you're at 8 now.
Or I thought I was already at 13. Did I miss something? Oh, I missed the Ragavan hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I do at 11. So
Yeah,
that
I'll
shot
still
brings
go to
you
8. That's fine. I will K command 2 and shatter.
I will mill myself for 3.
Makes sense. Ragavan down. Keeping around EE makes you play a little weird, I'm sure. So, K command is mana efficient for me. Don't like you fanning it out. I have a feeling I know what's in your hand.
I'm 100% breaching this turn. I learned my lesson.
Okay.
The question is how I want to play it.
Sure.
I didn't hit a Mox Amber, otherwise you'd be dead.
Yep, fair.
So that's how I was hoping to just hit a Mox Amber and make this easy.
Okay.
But I can't. The problem is I can't go breach Grinding Station and then be able to make mana off Mox Amber.
Yeah. And that's
So
that's why I K command the grinding station, because I figured unless you had it all, you wouldn't be able to kill me, but you can just bobble 9 times. Maybe
yeah,
play Ragavan too.
Still going to draw a bunch of cards. So
Yep.
I'm pretty happy. And I'm going to definitely play an Emery as well.
Okay.
So let's play Urza Saga, which is also good.
Yep, that's a good one.
Then I will play Underworld Breach.
Okay.
I'm going to start with Emery for sure.
You don't have artifacts.
Oh, yeah. No, got to start with the 2 baubles.
Yep, there you go.
So,
6 cards gone.
and it's going to be, let's say the 4 lands, the extra Rogavan, and the extra iteration.
Okay.
That's easy enough. Play those baubles. Then I've got to play the Emery.
Yep.
I kind of want to potentially set up. I guess I'm not going to be able to prismatic ending the EE, so that's just not a thing. So yeah, let's just exile Spellbomb ending iteration.
Okay.
And play Emery mill 4.
Yep. No Mox Amber. That could have been devastating.
Yeah. That would have also been lethal.
Yep.
I literally had seven draws to try to hit one, but could not do it. And now I think it's just Ragavan. Get rid of those 3. Then sack both baubles targeting you.
Okay.
Replay 1, exiling the other.
Checks out. You got 2 bauble triggers, 3 if you want it.
I think I'm going to leave this one in play in case you have like a Nile Spellbomb, so I guarantee get to target it with Emery.
Sure.
So I currently have 2 that are going to go in the stack, and I'm good. This goes away.
Okay.
So draw 2 on your...
Yep. And then I'll draw.
So I got to play 3 baubles and Emery and a Ragavan.
Yeah, it's still a sweet turn.
Yeah. So just 5 cards.
Yeah. I'm going to fetch for just a mountain here.
Brings you to 7.
I'm scared.
Yeah. See, this would be one thing I've learned from these couple games is especially the post-sport games when they have Spellbomb, you want to be aggressive using your breaches in this matchup.
For sure.
There are probably some other matchups where you want to be a little greedier. The less interactive matchups.
I am going to deal 2 and have you discard.
Honestly, feels a lot like it's a lot like Glimpse of Nature and Elves in Legacy Elves.
Yeah.
I will discard a Springleaf Drum.
Okay, and Ragavan, and I'll pass to you.
On your end step, I will bauble you.
I got that.
God damn it.
A good one?
Oh, no, that's fine. Okay, I can get rid of it.
Okay.
So upkeep, I'll draw off the bauble.
Sure.
Then I'll draw for turn.
Sure.
This will go to chapter 2.
Okay. I have a feeling I'm going to have a dead Ragavan.
I have a fetch land. Yeah.
Okay.
I have a Unholy Heat for your Ragavan.
Okay. What kind of good card are you getting?
It's Alpine Moon for my Sagas.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
so
pretty
you go
good.
to 5, I get a treasure.
Sure. I'm at 5.
No real point in playing the Alpine Moon, I don't think. I do, however, have another bauble. Let's play that.
Okay.
And I will just pass the turn.
And draw.
Use the fetch land to give myself a second look here.
I need to just be defensive in case you have the combo and hold up mana for Urza's Saga and to blow E if I need. So yeah, I'll just pass to you.
Cool. The Scalding Tarn doesn't find a land.
Really?
Just the other shock land in both basics that it finds.
Yes. That's
cool.
excellent.
Very cool.
I like that.
Pretty sure. Let me make sure. I'm pretty sure it's one of each shock land. Well, yep, one of each, and one of each basic.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Your go.
Next step, let's make a construct.
Okay.
I have a feeling I'm getting dressed down to this turn.
You never know.
You got 3 in hand?
2.
2. I will still bauble myself.
Okay, yeah, because you can still fetch away. If you don't like it.
No, I do like that one.
Okay.
I will draw.
Okay.
Draw an upkeep, then draw for turn.
Yep. And then chapter 3.
Yeah, I'm not going to be doing anything else with my mana, so let's just force it out of you.
Okay, I think I will sack this as well, just in case you have a needle. Yeah, if you have I'm not going to sack. I haven't looked at any information, but you'll needle the EE if anything, so.
I'm going to get a Mox just to make sure I have one.
Okay.
Could have gotten the last bauble there.
Excellent.
And then I will attempt to attack with Construct and Ragavan.
And dress down.
Yep. So Construct's down. Still going to take 2? Or are we going to sack the EE?
I think I'm still going to sack. It's kind of brutal because you're probably just going to follow it up, but I want to be mana efficient as well, so yep.
Okay.
Now I'm going to fetch and probably only take 1, but do your thing.
Yeah. So I'm going to play another Urza Saga.
Okay.
I will then also play a Ragavan,
Okay.
and I will play a Grinding Station.
Okay. Watery Grave tapped.
And then I'll pass the turn.
Okay.
So you're at 4.
Yep. Dress down's gone. Those are not good draws. I'll tell you that. So I do have that. It's interesting. Go to 3. Very healthy life total. You have how many cards?
2.
2. How good are they?
They are perfect.
Okay, crap.
That's why I killed you last turn.
I'll expressive
We're playing the rest
iteration.
of this game just for fun.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay. I'd like all of these cards. Those are pretty good.
Well, you got none of them.
Now let's go with... I'm going to put this one into exile.
Surprised this deck doesn't have a value piece of graveyard hate anywhere. There's a Tormod script, but there's no Soul Guide Lantern.
Yeah. Yeah, that is interesting. I mean, I guess you're not playing black, but...
Well, that's Niall spell. Soul Guide Lantern's colorless.
Oh, yeah, good point. All right, I'll play DRC. I'm going to fetch down to 1. Down to 3.
Yep.
I will get that basic swamp. And then buy Luris and pass to you. I really need Luris to be able to try to challenge those Urza Saga tokens, but definitely vulnerable this turn.
Huh.
Believe it or not, I'm delirious.
Yeah. Oh, I've got a Spire Bluff Canal. That's not very good.
Like that.
I can be aggressive here, and not even sure what I would hope to find.
You're talking about unholy heating?
Yep.
Need a Culligan's command off the top and win the game.
Yeah. There's a lot of good hits off the top of your deck. I would put you to 1, but then you get to go Luris, and then I don't have an answer to Luris.
Yeah.
But I am going to make a construct that can attack, but then I'll have 2 lethal attackers, though. So you would need to have Luris plus a removal spell. You do have 3. You have 3 in hand?
Yeah, I have 3 once Luris.
Yeah,
Because,
one Luris.
if I play Luris and try to do a dress down trick or whatever, Unholy Heat does stop that. Because I won't make a 10-step, you know?
Yeah, that... Oh, yeah, you just have Luris dress down. So I guess I have to hold the removal spell. Ugh. Be really annoying. I guess you've used both your basics. So if you just had Shockland to go to 1, Luris, dress down plus drown, that would be a disaster.
There we go.
Then I'd have to like rip a removal spell for DRC to force a trade,
Yep.
or just rip Underworld Breach and kill you.
Yeah, Breach would do it. Regardless, clock.
Yeah,
Running out of time.
I'm just gonna pass the turn.
Okay, yep.
Oh yeah, the DRC is gonna have to attack.
Yeah,
too.
that's what I was going to say. DRC having to attack is
Oh yeah, that
not
makes this
fun.
much easier.
Got some options. I got some options. And do you have that blue spell bomb? Nice.
It's exiled.
Excellent. Yep.
Yeah, I thought it got exiled from the first breach.
Yeah. Oh, my Alpine Moon's over here. Dang it. That could have been cool. Let's see. Instant creature, land, sorcery. There's no way I can remove Delirium to not attack. But I could. What if I did these?
You've got 6 types over there.
4, 5. Yeah. Got a lot of them. What if I did this?
Just missing Planeswalker and Tribal.
Yeah, this plus that card. Okay, I think I know what I want to do. So here it comes.
I'll go to 11.
Okay. Thoughtseize.
Yeah, Thoughtseize is really good too. I'll Unholy Heat the DRC in response and show you a planes.
Okay, I'm at 1. Then I have Lurrus, Death Shadow, DRC, or Ragavan. I guess DRC is better. And I'll pass to you. Shadow is a 12/12. But now you do have the constructs.
Yeah, instead make a construct.
Yep, and you have a gigantic construct that I'll have to just chump. Probably. Or I guess Death Shadow's a little bit bigger, huh?
Yeah.
Got a spell bomb in there?
Shadow.
I was like, I don't think
There's
you do.
no pirate
but-
spell bomb.
Hooray!
Yeah, make another one.
Okay.
Saga down.
Get a bauble or something.
I do have a bauble.
Been a cool game, at least.
And I have a not very good Esper Sentinel to go with this planes.
All right, not bad.
Well, let's keep the planes in hand, actually.
Okay.
Just in case you have a K command.
Okay. Reasonable.
Although both of them are in your graveyard, so...
This one does play 3, for what it's worth.
Okay. I always play 1 main, 1 board.
Yeah, I like 1 main. I'm kind of liking 2 board. I think that card is just actually good. But 1 and 1 is what I play right now too. But it is a good card.
So I'm in a bit of a rough spot here.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little tricky.
But I will pass the turn, I guess.
Okay. 1 tip. Draw.
I guess I don't have to worry about your thought seizes, but if you had the 1 Inquisition you left in,
Yeah.
I'm thinking like if I draw an Unholy Heat,
Yeah. This is the card I drew if you want to see it.
you're still going to get to dress down me.
Yeah.
But if I draw an Unholy Heat, I can like deal with this and chump and then have, a way to kill you. As opposed to playing around a discard spell that you would have cast last turn instead of that Thoughtseize for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, I am going to. Oh, I'm not bobbling you.
Oh.
I'm bobbling myself.
Oh, makes sense. Makes sense.
I'm going to bobble myself on my turn then.
Okay.
That does not seem good enough. So let's crack this fetch. Go to 10.
Okay.
And I'm just going to confirm I do not have. Yeah.
Think I got you locked out then.
Do you have a drown in hand?
No, but close enough.
A Nile spell bomb?
Yeah. So I get to E for 0, blow up everything. Unholy Heat, force the chump block, gain 3, and then have Spellbomb up for the combo. And then I don't die to a Ragavan off the top. I think that closes every door. Instead of dress down, because then I get your zeros as well.
Draw this Arid Mesa on your upkeep.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is what I shuffled away.
Yeah.
Just never found another breach after the value one, which I think is right.
Yeah,
Just never-
no, for sure. Yeah, I mean, you did some things. You put me in a really tough spot, and I was playing from behind the whole game. It's just, Shadow can play from behind. Dress down's insane. The EE, I guess, was okay. But yeah, that was a game won by inches and not miles.
Yeah.
That's for dang
it was,
sure.
it was really the Thoughtseize, right? Otherwise,
Yeah.
if I'm able to answer the Luris.
Yeah.
And I played, pretty hard to keep removal spells around that whole game, but just to flood it a little bit right at the end.
And to be fair, in a perfect world where you did not tell me you have Unholy Heat in hand, that would have changed the game as well. But it did seem like you were just going to cast it.
Yeah.
But, when that information's up in my head, I can't just, not play around it. Then I play Luris. And maybe you just get me, if I'm not thinking around it. Yeah, like I could just still went Luris E for 0 go. Then if you Unholy Heat it, then I still have the answer. But yeah. Anyways, we are a little far behind time. Anyways, Ross takes down the show. You're 3-0, and now the final countdown. So I have to win 5 out of 6. I guess no big deal.
Yeah,
no big deal. Okay,
magic number
so
for me is 2.
those marbles are probably going to Ross. Let's get real. But Rob, you're going to thank some sponsors. We're going to thank some. You're going to thank some subs. We're going to thank some sponsors, and then we're going to head out of here.
All right, we got 2 today. EA Quinn and Skiffy both subscribed to this. Thank you to them and all of our other subs. Oh, well, sorry, there was a third that I missed.
Wow, Rob.
Gloppin subscribed, so thank you to them as well.
Thank you, but a little bit less so.
Yeah. Of course.
If I learn how to read, it might help.
Yeah, reading stuff.
We would also like to thank our sponsor, Coalesce Apparel. If you like the shirts that we wear, you can find their entire collection of t-shirts, hoodies, and stickers at coalesceapparel.shop. And be sure to use the gift code SCG when checking out to get 10% off of your purchase.
Absolutely, and we've been talking about it all show because, well, the time is becoming near. I cannot wait. SCG Con Philly is our first SCG Con. There's going to be one every month so far for the first 3. They haven't released the schedule after that, but I assume it's probably going to be about the same. Philly, we got Kamigawa, we got Modern, we got Legacy, we got Flesh and Blood. It's really going to be an awesome time. So that will be not this weekend, but next weekend. If you want more information on that, on how to play in those events, you can go to StarCityGames.com.
If you need to trade in some cards, update your collection for those paper tournaments or other paper tournaments, Star City Games is always buying, and the process has never been easier because there's so many ways to do it. You can use the buy list feature on the website. You can mail your cards into SCG. You can make an appointment and come into the store to do your business in person. If your collection is big enough, you can make an appointment and have Star City come to you, and there will always be buyers at these SCG cons, so you can attend one of those events and just do it in person there as well. So pick whichever option works best for you, and keep in mind that you will get a 30% bonus on all trade-ins for store credit.
Yeah, no, that might be me after I play creativity and I just tilt off because I went 1-3 and I would have did good with Shadow. Just go sell the deck immediately, get some store credit, you know?
You're definitely the kind of person that would J4 to drop kick it into the trash can.
Yeah, forget the value. Peace. Yeah, absolutely.
$2,000, don't care.
Don't need it. I need this for the raid. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So thank you so much for watching, everyone. This was a fun episode, trying out some wacky Modern decks as well as some good ones. We found out wacky decks can take down good decks until you get the best deck. Then come at me, you know? So everybody, we don't have our show plan for sure for Thursday, but you best believe we're going to be playing Magic. So that will be Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern time. So for Ross Merriam, I'm Corey Baumeister. We'll see you then.